Big up, everyone. Welcome to the show. Welcome to Casually FC. We have a lot to cover, and amongst those things, obviously, we're going to be covering the criminal amount of profit that we just made off of Liam Delap, right? Potential big bid for Enzo Fernandez, as well as Martinez potentially coming to Chelsea. Who knows? We'll discuss all of that today's show. But guys, before we do, as always, be sure to smash up the like button if you haven't done so already. Subscribe to the channel if you're new here. Be sure to check out the memberships. There's 4 of you starting at 99p. If you're a member, even at the very, very first entry level tier, which is the 99p tier, you still get emojis. So go ahead and spam those emojis. Show us that you're a member. Flex on the people who maybe don't have membership. And if you're watching this in the future, leave a comment. Hype up the video. Let us know your thoughts below. But just to get things going, because obviously, like I said, there's a lot to talk about. Outside of Chelsea, I did want to warm us up by talking about this one. So, AFA fine. Now, what the hell is the AFA? That is the Argentinian Football Association have been fined. Now, you guys... we all watched the World Cup. We saw what happened. And so, finally, something has been done about it. So, Ben Jacobs reporting that the Argentinian Football Association has been fined $321,000 for breaches during the World Cup final. Leandro Paredes is given a 10-game ban. The AFA has been ordered to play... its next 2 home matches with limited number of spectators, 50%. The FIFA Disciplinary Committee further determined that $100,000 and of the $321,000 must be invested in a plan to combat discrimination. Oh wow! And implementation of part of the sanction. One of the 2 matches and $100,000 fine is suspended with a probationary period to apply. In addition, there. In addition, there are bans for several individuals, including a 10-match ban suspension for Paredes and a fine of $90,000. Plus, Noel Molina handed a 7-match suspension and a fine of $90,000 as well. Thiago Almada handed a 1-game suspension and a fine of $30,000. Roberto Ayala, one of the team officials, handed a 3-match suspension and a $30,000 fine. And Pablo Martinez Paez Gavira handed a 1-match suspension and a fine of $30,000. Lots of fines, lots of suspensions, obviously because Argentina caused quite a commotion and quite a kerfuffle at that final. CP, we'll start with you, man. I mean, justifiably so. Should it have been more punishment? What are your thoughts on this?
Like, I say more money. The players-wise, let's be honest, some of these most of this team is old. So these people being fined or, not allowed to play for 10 games, like, let's be honest, their Argentinian career is already over or at the tail end. So this 10 games means what to some of these guys? Like, honest to God. Yeah. Like, if it's 10 games, then basically what's going to happen?
Copa America. Sorry.
Yeah, so, but if you're out of the 10 games, let's say, then so they're going to pick someone else in the Argentinian squad, and then they're going to get bedded in anyways because these men are old. This is the old guard now. They're going to bleed in the new players anyways. So then, no matter what, these men are going to basically retire after this ban. For example, some of these were out for 10 to 9 games of international football. Because once it's close to Copa America, the new team's going to be bedded in. So what? They're going to be either backups or basically out of the entire team as in general. So what the fuck does this mean? Also, the discrimination thing, is this a thing to tackle discrimination in global football, or is it going to be Argentina? Because if it's going to be Argentina, then what the fuck is this money going towards? Because what discrimination is there when you have no fucking people of color? So what
it says $100,000 of it must be invested in a plan to combat discrimination.
But where? Is this a plan to combat it in Argentina? Because if it is, then this is just a waste of fucking money because
Yeah,
the
like,
Argentina history.
Obviously, it has to affect the country of Argentina. So
Well, then what's the fucking
Yeah.
point? There's no point of this fucking money then. That's 100,000 to go where? What discrimination if
I mean,
do they have? Do they
they
have?
can very easily. I don't know how it works, right? Legally and by the FIFA's laws and stuff, but like they could easily just dump $100,000 to a charity, right? And say, hey, we just
Yeah,
dumped the donation to fight
they'll just
combat
put the money
racism.
or they'll just put the money and they say, hey, we're investing this 100,000 into the women's game, so discrimination in terms of genders, because they're not putting it in fucking race.
Yeah.
What race and discrimination are they gonna have when there's no fucking people of color there?
Just discrimination classes. Someone in the chat saying it's possible. Yeah.
But basically, like a waste of money. If you're saying that's a kind of discrimination that you have to put towards the motto or the logo that we have of saying no to racism,
That is a slap on the wrist. Yeah.
right? Like if it's that at least I know that $100,000 might at least help global discrimination. But if it's just a plan for Argentina, then it's just for fucking show and nothing else.
Guys, listen, we need to be honest for a second. All right. Argentina was the only country in South America to support Infantino with the whole, commercializing the World Cup, all this bullshit.
Oh,
so
really? Shit.
yeah, they were the only country in South America. So this was always gonna happen. Again, I'm not I think why are we surprised that FIFA is corrupt in not handing out real punishment to the South American team? So one of the two biggest teams in South America that supports them. Like this is the least shocking thing. Like
punishment outside.
I'm just not surprised. I don't know what else to say about this. Like I genuinely don't care. Argentina never get punished. Brazil never get punished.
Yeah.
What do you fucking do, man? It's life. You ever been South American qualifiers? You know they could fucking murder somebody on the pitch and they'll get away with it.
Yeah.
I don't care, man.
Yeah, and they're doing it to players, and the players who cause this crime are the people who are going to be fucking bleeding off this fucking system anyways, because they're fucking 34 and Messi's bodyguard. What the fuck are they going to do after this World Cup rotation? Nothing. They're getting replaced anyways in the system.
Ahmed, I'm curious, as the number one soldier to fight against racism, what are your thoughts on this?
That's just
No
What do you
words.
mean by that?
Yes, the best way to tackle racism is to silence it.
What do you mean?
I'm not having a mic.
Powerful protest by Ahmed. I agree.
Man's doing some Gandhi shit with
Ahmed said, "My silent will speak louder than any words I have to say." That's what Ahmed said.
even if visually you see me, even if visually
Ahmed, we didn't hear you, by the way.
you can't hear me.
I
Go
plead
ahead,
the
Ahmed.
fifth. I plead the fifth.
Oh my God. Oh man. Hey, listen. I mean, I only bring it up because obviously this was a big deal at the end of the final, and I agree. It was a big deal. Like, bro, Paredes should have been 10 game ban is I think a fair punishment for Paredes, but the other he's the one who punched him, didn't he? Yeah, I forgot. Yeah. The other fines and all this bullshit. It's like what CP and RSM said, and CP mostly. Like, it's not gonna go to shit. It's not gonna make a difference. And
What would you guys say would do? Let's say that.
I would go along with this, but not only just that, but I would make it very clear. Maybe up the fine in terms of
I was gonna say,
the fighting discrimination part. I would have probably done $500,000, man. I can't lie. $500,000 US, so $500,000.
Bro, I'm gonna be with you.
towards doing something against
the
racism.
Argentinian government doesn't. The nation of Argentina doesn't have $500,000, bro.
Hey, man, don't be racist. That's
So
the
for me,
punishment,
no,
you know?
it's pointless. It's pointless because that's not a real punishment for them because they're gonna spend 30 years paying it back. So like they don't care about that. At the end of the day, because they can easily argue, we can pay you back, but it'll be like $1 every 10 years, and people will be like, okay, sure. I think if you want to talk about real punishment, you forfeit your home games, you play in another country, you play with no fans for the remainder of the qualifiers. You can do 1,000,001 things to really punish them. This is not gonna happen, so there's no point talking about it.
Just out of curiosity, how does this relate to Chelsea Football Club?
It doesn't. That's why in the beginning of the show I said, before we get into the Chelsea topics, let's talk about general football. You know, because I want to be a football man, not just a Chelsea man. One day I aspire to be like you,
I just wanna
and work for Sky Sports, you know, and give my takes on everything.
Listen, man, I don't even need to be on YouTube anymore, man. You know what I mean? I'm just here to support the brothers. You know what I mean? I'm on app now. You know what I mean? They get my opinions. I get paid for my opinions on app now. Hey, game's the game, innit? You know what I mean? So
love the game.
Yeah.
listen,
Also-
listen. I one thing I will say. Listen, shout out to Coco, my #1 fan. I respect you greatly. There's nothing to talk about. I don't understand the discrimination angle of this actually, because how is Argentina of all countries discriminating against Spain? Like, can we explain that logic there? Because like I don't understand the logic on that one. Because these fines are coming from the fines against Paredes on Gavi or whoever it was. So I'm confused on how we've got to discrimination. I mean, I'll be honest, man. If there's one country that's given discrimination, ironically, Spanish over, you know, the Spanish probably have discriminated more against the Argentinians.
I think it's just overall their display throughout the entire tournament.
No,
Right,
because the
from the
issue is
fans.
Marshall. No, the issue is Marshall.
Also,
right?
keep talking
Yeah.
because I'm getting this buzz. I gotta reset my thing.
The issue with that, yeah, is that if it was for that, then I understand that, right? But they're clearly doing these fines based on what happened in the final in particular. That's what they're saying. So, like, that's why for me it doesn't make sense. Like, it would make sense if this was stuff that had happened between then and everything like that. That's what I was going to say. But listen, I don't really feel like I thought we should move on this topic. This stuff has already happened.
Yeah.
You know, but it is
Yeah,
what it
the
is.
news of the fine just came out 2 days ago, so I figured I'd bring it up. But since Ahmed is so eager to speak on Chelsea, I got you, fam. So we'll move on to the next topic, which
There's
is
got some breaking news for you, Marshall. I don't know if you
you could put it in the background.
It's about your boy, your favorite.
It's about your
the
boy,
one
yeah. It's about one of your boys, yeah.
All right. Well,
Spanish.
yeah, you gotta.
He's actually Spanish too. There you go.
Two.
There you
Okay. Well, just put it in the private chat. Okay, so let's actually talk a little bit on the ownership. So there's been a bit of an update. It's not a crazy update, but it is also news that's happening that affects our club tremendously, which is the ownership part of things. And the only update we have is Liam Twomey coming out that the departures of Bowley and Walter would strengthen Clear Lake's control. If anything, you could argue that Chelsea would gain by having a greater alignment at ownership level, but also depends on how much trust you place in Clear Lake's plan. So kind of a non-update, but it's essentially alluding to the fact that it's looking like Clear Lake is going to gain more control, according to Liam Twomey's sources. So, Arsem, I don't think you were here when we spoke about this, so I would like to have your take on this whole situation on Walter and Bowley leaving. We all know it's for sketchy shit. Walter got caught. You know what I'm saying? It happens in the U.S. You get caught. You got to start selling all that shit. So... yeah, what is your take on all this stuff?
I mean, I think in terms of transfer strategy, in terms of, you know, if you want to talk about day-to-day type stuff, to be honest, I don't really see it affecting it that much, because I think it's been a while now since Clear Lake and Egbali have been the ones running the show in terms of actually building the squad, et cetera, et cetera. I think the one department that this might change in the future for us is what are we going to do with the Sanford Bridge, because I think this was one of the biggest divides that they had between each other, was what direction to try to take. Do we, you know, try to find a place to build somewhere new? Do we try to expand the bridge, et cetera, et cetera? And I think one of the biggest roadblocks is they kept hiring people, quote unquote, to do something about it, but because the ownership itself disagreed about what direction they wanted to take it, you were never able to really move forward. So I think one way or another, we're probably going to get an answer as to what's going to happen. I think it's probably going to be nothing, because I don't think it doesn't make any economic sense to spend years away from the bridge to make it a tiny bit bigger. Like, cool, man, we're jumping from 12th to 10th biggest stadium in the Prem. Whoop-de-fucking do, man. So I think that's really it. Because, like, again, Bully has had no say. And neither has Walter. Like, these guys are pretty silent. He has veto power, but at this point, he doesn't even care to enforce it. He's just there for the vibes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, he's there for the vibes. That's it. I don't think this I don't think it's gonna accelerate. I don't think either party, other than maybe Walter, because he wants to liquidate assets to start hiding money in offshore accounts. I don't think Bully is necessarily in a rush to sell either. And I think obviously a lot also depends on how this season goes. Like I think if they see the team be successful this season, we're exciting. You know, one of the faces of the Prem, etc., etc. There's a good storyline. There might be more willing to just not sell. They're like, all right, we're gonna hold actually, because the price might go up.
I'll update that in a minute.
All right. Whenever you're ready, Marshall.
Wait, what's the update? The Guiu one?
No, I was going to talk about the ownership, really, quickly.
Oh, yeah, go for it.
Just for
yeah.
one point this to add is that, listen, this was always going to happen.
Yeah.
We all knew this was going to happen.
Yeah.
You know, I just want to know, I've been hearing, the alleged news I've been hearing right now, according to the thing, is that Varley is going to be caught for pension fraud. So I just want to know when that's going to happen.
Really?
That's one. Yeah. Yes, Marshall.
I mean, if that happens, then I mean, it depends what they're going to try to do to fine or
apparently we're
some
spending
bullshit.
pension money. We're spending pension money on Morgan Rogers. So I'm hearing that old people are not too happy about that.
Yeah, where'd you hear that from, bro?
I'm not at liberty to say.
Okay, cool.
Pensioners.
Yeah, and an analyst on the Minerals channel. I hear it, bro.
That's what I'm hearing. That's what I heard, Marshall, bro. You know, I saw that today, and a few days today for some reason, one day just built up, and I heard, listen, fair enough then. If that's the case, we're finished then, man. The pensioners are gonna come to eat us, man. Me and Chris know all about the pensioners, man. They be eating all of our money, ain't it, Chris?
The pensioners.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you see, Chris knows, man.
All right. Well, on that note, we'll see about the whole pensioners thing that you just mentioned, and when we have that update, we'll report it. We'll be here. We will be here with David Ornstein reporting and all that fun stuff. The next thing I wanted to go into real quick is listen, I don't care about this shit, but it's news, and as a channel that goes over the news, I kind of just have to bring it up just so we can say we discussed it and then maybe move on, because the only person I know on this panel that's gonna give a real shit about this is Ahmed. That's it.
Oh my god, it's just gonna be some dumb shit. All right, man.
Guys, I welcome you to Cobham Next Gen. Cobham Next Gen, ladies and gents. So from the Instagram, from the start of the 26-27 season, Chelsea's under-21s and under-19 squads will be known as Cobham Next Gen, CNG for an acronym, under head coach Harry Hudson. Our new name more accurately it more accurately reflects the age profile of our leading academy side and Chelsea's long-standing heritage of developing the next generation of players for the senior game. While the squad competed in the Premier League 2 as an under-21 side, its average age last season was closer to that of the under-18s group, with several players as young as 16 featuring very regularly. And yeah, it's just club sources speaking of the conditions, the anonymity to protect relationships confirmed that the names of the Chelsea Academy teams will remain the same as official purposes of registering Premier League and Football Association and UEFA competitions. However, the Cobham Next Gen identity will be used internally and its public communications going forward. Ahmed, Cobham Next Gen, what do we think, man?
Okay. Listen, I think fundamentally, yeah. I understand that they're doing this as a money-making scheme. That's clearly what they're doing it for.
Wait, really?
It's a marketing scheme, bro. If you're
fair enough, yeah.
Marketing, money-making scheme, bro. I understand that. But, like, do we need that, bro? Like, I just don't understand it. Like, this is why sometimes I'm like, sometimes we be doing stuff that, you know, is that necessary? Does that make sense? Is that like really necessary?
I agree.
That's
it really wasn't necessary,
sometimes
honestly.
It's just like it
I also don't
very,
care enough.
Like it feels very American, you know. It feels very cheesy, you know. It's
Sure.
just like it's like stuff like that where it's like, you know, I don't really need this, bro. Like we don't need this.
It's like, again, it's one of those things. Again, it's one of those things where a company hires a marketing firm, right? And they're like, what can we do to, you know, boost the public image, boost the notoriety of XYZ, and they start doing dumb shit like this, bro. I don't know what to tell you, bro. Like, this is just some consultant making their money. Like I can't really say anything else other than that because that's literally what it is. So, end of the day, like I think if you're upset about this, you need to get a life, bro. Like, were you so deeply attached to the terms U21 and U19? Like that should really hit for you, huh? We need to give it up, man. Like, for example, like the London CFC, all this. Like, I get being being a bit worried about that, being upset, bro. Cobham Next Gen. Who gives a fuck?
Bro, look at that woke shit though. It is woke shit, bro. With all due respect, yeah.
But I told you it is. But the thing is, like, the thing is, like, again, it's, bro, it's regular consultant shit, bro. Do you see the crazy shit, bro? Arsenal had a fucking dating show in their stadium. Okay, they had a dating show in their stadium for Arsenal fans to find love. I don't know what to tell you. We're not the only club that has this BS going on.
That's true. All the other clubs are doing it too.
Every other club has some other BS going on. Like every club hires consultants to do nothing that get paid thousands of dollars to put out shit like this.
You don't mean up to Chelsea, you mean CNG.
You know, listen, the problem
Up to
is,
CNG.
I looked at the badge here recently on the home kit, yeah. I'm like, that looks moist, with all due respect, bro.
That looks
What? What are you
Oh, it's
talking about, bro?
It's a UK slang term for it. Like, it looks
Hey, yo. Hey, yo.
We get it. You at the same time, but we get it.
I mean, I don't need to know how excited the badge made you, gang. Like, that's a bit too much,
no,
man.
it's an actual UK term. Like, it's a really old school. Like,
No, we understand it, but still, yo, you know, we understand it. But
Not really,
It's a bit
yeah,
I can't lie.
but
It's a little bit,
it's-
Anyway, listen, the just a minimalist line. I don't care, bro.
yeah.
Yeah.
Now, you know what I would say? We were talking offline, and I think Ahmed, we would go with the approach of you're a Buddhist monk. You know what I'm saying? Don't get involved. Don't get involved. We're gonna be Buddhist today.
It's not even that I wanna get involved in anything. Like, listen, I just think that some of this stuff, bro, it's just not necessary. That's the best way I always say. Is
I
this
get
something we need? Not really. So why are we doing it? Why are we putting? Why are we putting ourselves through?
But
this
Ahmed, we know this
level?
as like no. Sorry to put it on the Americans, but like this is very much like, as RSM said, like consult. Hey, let's ask a consultant, guys. Let's ask a consultant. We're gonna pay them $100,000 for this bullshit name. Let's go with Cobham Next Gen. Oh fuck yeah, let's go.
Yep.
For no fucking reason. Does anyone care? No. But just because some consultant told us from fucking McKinsey, we gotta do this bullshit.
And again, like we don't hear about this from other clubs because we're not involved with other clubs. But I guarantee you look into United have done some bullshit. City, I'm sure 100% are doing bullshit, by the way. Just nobody cares because they've been successful. But I'm telling you, once the Pep era goes and City continue doing the bullshit they've been doing, to be fair, the entire time, City fans are gonna start being upset. Like, why are you focusing on this instead? Like, it's the same people. Yeah, it's the people doing the fucking transfers that is handling the consultant marketing for different names and stuff and different events. Like, please, we need to be serious, people.
Does this
like,
really upset people?
It really did. I saw these people, but the people who did the protest against Clearlake literally wrote a public letter about it. I'm like, are we being serious?
I forgot about that. They did, yeah.
They did. And this is my point. Like when they do shit like that, by the way, it cheapens the legitimacy of their actual message.
I'm gonna be honest. Those guys, they don't have an episode on what's happened, bro. They need to take this one out respectfully.
Bro,
I'm
they
gonna do
had
Mike is too
motion
far away,
and
by
they
the way.
fucked it up.
It's
Probably
gonna be
eating right
too
now.
far away for a little bit, unfortunately.
All right, fair enough.
He's eating.
I'm having to
He's
eat.
good eats. He's good eats.
I'm not eating.
Good
actually
eats.
right
Fair
now.
enough. Fair enough.
No,
Fair enough.
no,
Fair
I'm
enough.
not eating. Too late to eat right now, but I'm trying to finish a game right now, unfortunately. So looking at
We're gonna talk about sales eventually.
The game's
We're not
going
gonna talk about sales. I refuse to talk about sales on this channel. We are not.
Why? Can I ask why?
Bro, I listen again. Marshall knows there was a period last year. Remember a period last year, Marshall? I was like, I am sick and tired about hearing pound sterling profits, bro. Fuck me, man. It's Loki is a sickness, man. Well, it's a sickness. It's a Chelsea.
Well, like I do get that in a general sense, but some of the sales, aka in specific, which we will get to, I think. Liam Delap.
I feel
The
like
Liam Delap one is fire. I can't lie. That one hits like
The
crack.
issue CP is what the guys were selling. Everyone knows you want to sell them. I feel like my issue.
But you understand why Marshall's like talking about these sales, though, right?
Yes, yeah, I understand. But the issue I feel like is that I feel like they take over all of our summers every time. Sales, profit.
I'm not gonna lie though, but
No, I understand the overall message you're saying, Ahmed, because
Yeah.
like they're trying to distract us from whatever shit show usually the transfer market is. But so
Yeah.
far, the transfer market this season has been pretty good. So I don't mind talking a bit about the sales, and especially when it comes to a specific person, Liam Delap. I need to. That shit hit like crack cocaine.
Bro,
You're talking 45
I
minutes.
found
That
it.
shit hit like crack
Hey,
cocaine.
45 plus
Oh my
5.
I'm not gonna read this chat, but this is exactly what RSM was alluding to. The statement they made in regards to
Oh,
The
God,
Cobham
that's
Next
too many
Gen.
words just for.
That's too many.
bruh, yeah.
Keep in mind these
Yeah,
guys.
just-
These guys.
You lot are the
Fair
most
enough,
miserable
bro.
I told you because bro, it's not
stuff for
serious. Because
fun
again, the owners hired Alonso, and they're like, okay, protest over. Cobham Next Gen, protest back on. You're not serious. Wallahi, you're not serious, bro.
This is hilarious.
Why-
bro.
So everyone's just cooking them in the comments by the looks of it.
Because it's not serious. Like it's not. You're just not being genuine if you're outraged about this. I'm sorry.
Their
You don't have an
biggest
attachment to the
fuck up-
terms
Outrage,
U8,
yeah,
U19, U18, and U21. Stop it.
Their biggest fuck up was backing down with the Xabi Alonso thing. got
Yes,
announced.
thank you. Like
They lost all credibility after that because it was like, oh, you're a fake demon. You're not really about this. You know what I mean? As soon as they start doing things that look, they have been quiet this whole entire thing. And listen, as someone who gave them a lot of credit for getting that first protest going, I was like, okay, you might get something going. I thought it was needed. I thought you need to voice your expression because of the way we were being run last season. I agree with it. But then to just have the second protest, which was pretty miserable, but not follow up on that and not just be persistent and stuff, and then on top of it come out and say, oh, we're not going to protest anymore because Xabi Alonso, we think this is the way, whatever. It's just they lost a lot of credibility with that. All in all, no one gives a fuck about Cobham Next Gen. We're still going to call it under 18s, still going to call it under 21s.
Fuck off, man. I actually think that's fuck off because there's a lot of players that are now been a part of our team, at least for the last, let's be honest, yeah.
No, you're
7 to 8
misunderstanding me.
years.
You're misunderstanding me. I'm not saying no one gives a
No,
shit
you.
about Cobham.
No, you,
I just
bro.
mean no one gives a
Bro,
shit
the
about the
name.
name Cobham Next Gen.
I feel like that's not necessarily true. I feel that's not necessarily true, but that's just me.
I feel like if you care about the name Cobham Next Gen, you're unique.
You're a victim if you care. You're a victim if you care about. And Caicedo, how about that? How does that sound?
But do you care about
You
the
gotta
name,
bring
Ahmed?
Caicedo
Like,
into
do you
it,
care
bro.
about the name change?
I
Is it really
think
that deep?
I think it's an interesting discussion. Yes. It's
Oh,
something
okay.
to
Ahmed
worry
is a
about.
traditionalist.
no. My thing is like
Yeah.
my thing is like Ahmed. I think it's fair to be like, okay, let's discuss why are we doing this. You know, what's the
Yeah.
purpose? That's fine. But to be like this parasitic club, I'm outraged. Like now you're doing too much. Like I can't take you seriously.
True, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
it's the extent of the outrage that gets to me. Like if you are like, oh, like I don't know why I don't know why I'm not really liking this. Let's discuss. Let's talk about. But bro, like they just doing too much, man. I'm sorry, doing way too much.
It's like me this morning, bro. Yeah, so I'm doing too much too. But all right, we're gonna move on to the next topic. Big up to every single one of you. Like a reminder, smash up the like if you haven't done so already. All right, let's actually get into a little bit of a update with the sponsorship. And I mean, it's a minor update. Still no front of shirt, but there might be some promising actions being made. We'll see. So to start things off, Teams Alex Smith hired to Chelsea sponsorship role. So we hired a gentleman from Teams called Alex Smith to take over the sponsorship role. What does that mean? I don't know. Hopefully it means we have an actual fucking sponsor sooner rather than later and have one ready for next season as well, okay? Anyways, Smith brings significant football experience to the Blues, having worked at Team for almost 11 years during the agency's long-running stint as exclusive commercial rights agency for UEFA men's competition via Sport Business, okay? So, that being said, in regards to the front of the shirt, this is what we have. So, Luke Class with the updates as per usual. There's absolutely no chance of CFC receiving a £60 million a year this season. Realistic expectations should be in the range of £45 million annually. The £40 million from HP proved to be insufficient. The club does not want to position itself too low by sticking to the £40 million rate from the 2014-2024 period. Chelsea are prepared to take as long as necessary to get the front of shirt deal they want. In the meantime, they believe other commercial deals can help make up the shortfall. Chelsea now have a number of global partners, which is why they believe they remain patient. furniture sponsor. I was under the impression something was getting very close with one company earlier in the summer, but that seems to have gone quiet now, and I think that's in regards to HP. Chelsea are still working on finding the right partnership and a value in mind for long-term deal. Now, in regards to some of the sponsorship deals, FPT, if you remember, I think it was Taiwanese or Vietnamese, I think it was Vietnamese company that joined us last season, is now back, and it is Vietnamese. So Chelsea and global technology services provider FPT Corporation today announced the extension of their existing partnership for the 26-27 season. The club said technology brand, which will now be designated a global partner, has played an important role in transforming. Well, what was the rest of that tweet actually? In transforming its digital capabilities since joining the portfolio in October 2025. Last season, the Vietnamese brand appeared on the sleeves of the match jerseys. Official Chelsea and FPT Corporation have extended their partnership for the 26-27 season, working closely together to transform the club's digital capabilities and enhance the club's fan engagement. So, FPT back in the books. That's nice to see. I don't know if they're going to be the sleeve sponsor again. Doesn't seem like they're going to be the sleeve sponsor, but they are going to be a sponsor. And that's one thing I got to admit from this tweet. And I think this is the biggest one. I think they are making their money back through other commercial sponsorships, which we have a bunch of commercial sponsorships. Just the majority of the sponsorships aren't necessarily on the shirt. You guys remember Ling Long tires? There was the FPT. Trivago's done, I'm pretty sure. I think they still are. Are they still our training kit sponsors? I don't think so anymore, right? We have a bunch of deals going on, regardless.
No,
but we just
left us mate.
Last season or 2 seasons ago.
2 seasons ago.
Okay. So there's still a lot of I got you right now, Joey. There's still a lot of like sponsorships going on, which makes up for the money. But the line I'm really focused in on is this one, and I'm kind of curious to see what you guys think, because I kind of see where they're coming from, but I still wish that we took a 40 million. This line right here. The club does not want to position itself too low by sticking to the 40 million rate from the 2014-2024 period. What do we think about that line as an excuse for not having settled for anything less than 60 million?
I mean, it's a bit bullshit because look how much we're having to do around it. I'd probably say, like, having to play extra games in preseason, I think probably is a big thing that's played into that. Look at some of the pictures we had to play in. Even Cobham Next Gen. Let's be honest, guys. Part of the reason we're probably doing some of this stuff is to make more money. That's not me cooking Cobham Next Gen, by the way, right now. I'm just being like objective. Like, there's a lot of other stuff we're trying to do clearly to try to bring in that missing 40 to 50 to 60 million that they're looking for at the very least, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah.
And so, listen, the only way you get these prices you're asking for is it's a 3-letter word. Win. That's it, bro. Yeah. You win something consistently, you can then say 50, 60 M's.
But just getting Champions League consistently too. That helps.
Nah, not
no.
Nah, because even Spurs, like even when Spurs were good, they weren't getting offers in the 60 range.
They don't get like that consistent. I don't think they got it 3 times in a row.
I think I heard your question.
They're not a big club either.
I heard your question. I think the piece to this that you kind of have to understand is they don't want to lock themselves into something long term when they feel like they can get more long term.
But that's my problem, Joey. Don't you think they can get some? I'm sure there's a company out there that's willing to do 40 million for like a year or two, and then they can still up the value afterwards. That's I think the biggest thing we've had an issue with.
See, that's the thing is like, what did we get for FTP? Like, how much was it for FTP? Let's just do some math. We can go back to figure out that. Then we can kind of figure out like what it would be like yearly. Because like in the short term, like you gotta kind of have to think about it though. Think about it in the perspective of a company, right? Mm-hmm. Like if I'm only getting a short term, only a short term connection, I'm not gonna pay as much as if I'm gonna be making creating that long term connection with that person. You know what I'm saying? That long-term version of the advertising that you're looking for.
So
So
to
it's like-
answer Joey's question, by the way, according to New York Times, the shirt sleeve sponsor deal we had with FPT, which is only 1 year, right, was valued at 17 to 18 million pounds for the year,
It's calm.
which is pretty neat deal for just the shirt for just 1 year.
Yeah.
Bring up the idea
I
of,
mean, Richard, like
sponsor.
I would, if you want to go after 1 year deals for companies willing to pay like even 50, bro, like I would just start going after AI companies. I'm with you, bro. Those motherfuckers got more money than they know what to do with.
That's probably what they're gonna do.
You
That's
might
probably
be
what the
onto
move
something.
is.
I wouldn't be surprised if that's the type of company we
They're the only companies that
oh,
like
the 1 year deal
would be
type
willing
thing.
to spend that money to just get their
on a
name
1 year
on.
deal. That's the thing. It's like you're spending.
Yeah, just get it on a
you're
1 year. That's what I'm
spending
saying.
At least 15 to 20 million on 1 year
Yeah,
of
that's what I'm
advertising.
saying.
Yep.
Only
So,
only
like-
AI companies in this economy have that shit right now.
But why couldn't
Yep.
we agree something with if buts maybes AI, bro? What we had last year, a 1 year deal with them. Like I just, that's why I think like this has to work. This whole thing of they hired some guy for the sponsorship role. Like this has to be the last straw where like this, like Bali made the call and said, you know what, I'm done with this front of shirt sponsorship thing. Get me a deal done, a good deal. But yeah, I don't know. It's like it's frustrating.
Like, sell out the Stamford Bridge naming rights. Why can't we just call ourselves like the Apple Stamford Bridge or something like that?
Yeah,
Can
because
you give
we
it
have
up? Can you give it up, man? Can you give it up, man? Can you just give it up?
think the
Thank you.
CPO? You think the CPO would allow that type of shit?
He's just rage baiting. He's rage baiting. Don't even acknowledge it. He's rage
Anyways,
baiting. I saw-
anyways, I honestly,
moving on.
as long as this doesn't affect what we put on the field, I do not give a fuck.
Thank you. The correct position to have.
But like genuinely, like, oh, is that like banned by the CP? I actually have no idea that the naming rights are kind of like banned by them. I always thought that as long as you have the stadium's name alongside it, like you know, the brand itself, it would have been fine. I always assumed.
No, they have the naming rights.
Oh, fair enough. Damn, I had no idea that was included.
They have the naming rights to Stamford Bridge and Chelsea.
Yep.
I knew they had a name for Chelsea, yeah, for sure, yeah.
Well, the thing is, the thing is, the name Chelsea is because of the contract that was signed is now directly tied to Stamford Bridge. Like you cannot be Chelsea FC unless you play at Stamford Bridge.
Yep.
And Stamford Bridge is where Chelsea FC plays. So it's like you can't have one and not the other. You can't change one and not the other. It's a whole thing.
Big up to the super chat. I don't really want to read your name. That's a crazy name. But yeah, long live my King Flawless. Big up, bro. Thank you for the $2.99 super chat.
That's crazy, bro.
It's a crazy ass name, bro.
That's crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
Flawless is my guy, but that's crazy as fuck.
Yeah.
Right.
And Extal, Ahmed is in the middle of beating his high score, so no one is going to shoot him if he gets closer to the mic. He just needs his space, because otherwise he's gonna rage bait and break shit. So he just put the mic in a safe spot. That's what he did.
I don't break shit. You know, I'm controlled.
That's not true, actually. You broke your controller when you lost to me 8-1, I think.
Damn. He chef your shit. He cooked your ass, bro. I'm not gonna lie, gang. He cooked
He
your
said
ass.
you broke your controller.
He said, remember when I sunned you? Yeah, that's when you broke your control. That's crazy, bro.
I wanted to say first.
Came out of left field.
Real Chris is lying. Yeah, I've never broken my controller.
Okay, you
ever.
didn't break the
He's a
controller, but the score.
Are you calling him fake Chris?
Listen, man, he's fake like his boy Reece James these days, man. Look at that.
Stop. Respect Reece James, man. You're so annoying, bro. Anyways, move on to the next topic, bro. I'm just gonna keep rage baiting for like 20 minutes.
Yes. Don't worry, Staffy. You're just in time. There's two more, and then we'll get to it. Or there's
Two
one
more,
more,
and then we'll get to it.
Yeah.
no
Which, again, I don't want to spend an hour on it, please, but I'll defend myself and all that. But all right, let's move on because I do want to talk a little bit about some things that came out after yesterday, or not yesterday's game, Sunday. Well, yeah, it was Monday's game. Yeah. I'm so fucked. So Monday's game. So a little bit of post-match updates here. Let me pull this up, and I actually should have pulled up some news in regards to tomorrow. I'll find it in a little bit. All right, here we go. So, Alonso had the following to say: Moises Caicedo, Marco Palestra, what's going on with them? So, during the week, they had a few setbacks with Moy and with any player. We don't want to take too many risks. They weren't ready to play tonight. We need to go week by week. But for tonight, they were not ready. There's another tweet which I'll pull up in a little bit. Oh, it's right here. Actually, I have it. Duh. All right, let me just put this right here right now. Here we go. So, Alonso also said, Welbeck and Omega are available for tomorrow. Henderson remains injured or just not fit. So,
that's fine, man.
Others,
He getting ready for his pom shifts. I'm good, man.
Did we talk about Martinez yet?
That's
No,
next.
that's we're literally talking about everything before that because that's gonna be the rest of the show.
Okay, fair enough. I was just curious.
The show. I have
I was
so much
just
shit to
curious.
talk about.
That's partly why I'm here.
Okay, and Jesus Christ. Xabi Alonso confirms Moises Caicedo and Marco Palestra will both miss tomorrow's game. Caicedo could be back for Brighton with Palestra. We'll need further
Bro,
assessment.
Palestra needing further assessment makes me clinically depressed, bro.
Hopefully not. So hopefully it's just a precaution. He did play like every single preseason game.
He had something wrong with his knee, right? He had a bandage over his knee.
He had a bandage over his thigh or something like that. Yeah. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Alonso confirms there are no
This
issues
is
with
why I
Cole
want
Palmer
a
as
wing
well.
back. This is exactly why I want a wing back.
Some fun facts as well about the game. 31 seconds. 31 seconds was how long it took João Pedro to score. And as a result of that, João Pedro now has the quickest goal in match day 1 Premier League history. So big up João Pedro setting records. The fastest goal scorer in the Premier League on match day 1.
You guys remember, I think, was it Emerson who scored in 13 seconds in the game? Not the match day 1, but...
There was another game, Emerson?
Yeah, he had like one of the records, but I think that got broken afterwards. 13 seconds in the game.
That was off the bench, Chris. That was off the bench.
Was it off the bench?
Yeah, I remember.
Wasn't that Champions League?
No, I thought it was like the game was
That
started.
was like his first touch of the game. It was against Real Madrid, wasn't it?
Atletico Madrid, mate, not Real Madrid.
It was Atletico Madrid. Okay. Yeah, I forgot about that. Holy shit. Big up Emerson. Also, another fun fact here. Chelsea covered more distance, 123.3 kilometers, than any other club in the Premier League in game week 1. Xabi Alonso's got them going. And to add to that, Ahmed, your boy here, no Chelsea player covered more distance than Reece James, 12.3 kilometers against Fulham. And that's it for the post-match stuff. Any concerns really with Caicedo, Palestra?
Caicedo, no. I am worried about Palestra though.
He was like I said when we did our review, he was literally everywhere in that game. He was intercepting and running everywhere in that midfield. It was crazy to see. A little bit worrying, for him, but.
Yeah, I mean, he's young, so I mean, he is gonna have his injuries. He is also getting used to the league. We'll see. He will recover quick as well as a result of being young. So I do want him to play because I feel like we'll look a lot better when he starts playing.
I mean, Palestra.
Say that one more time, Ahmed.
Listen, man, it's good to see that his hamstrings gonna last the game and he's running around very well. Let's hope he can continue.
Reese's?
Reece, yeah.
Reece
He played 40
Reece is
games
doing
last
good,
season.
man.
He's gonna break that too.
That's all we need, man. Yeah, man. You know, we don't want Reese's heart to get broken when he gets injured.
Did he play 90 minutes? He did, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there you go.
I don't think he got subbed off.
Yeah, he didn't get subbed off either. So Chris, man, I know you're happy for that performance.
He's played many 90 minutes. It's fine.
He'll play more. But I don't expect him to play tomorrow.
No, we don't need him to play tomorrow.
Yeah.
Why not? Why
Actually,
not? If he's
Why?
man now,
What's the point
if
of
he's
playing him
bionic, man,
tomorrow?
let's test it.
Let's test what?
Who?
Ahmed. I'll just be honest.
Play
with you.
who?
Reece.
What?
Reece. He's saying Reece.
Oh.
He's saying play him tomorrow. There's no point.
Yeah. Ahmed, can we just move? I'm here for the main event, as all of us are.
That's what I'm saying. Like, as I said, just
I
Ahmed said
don't
something.
Ahmed's just here to rage bait us, bro. Like that's literally all.
That's what. Don't even. Why do you think I haven't acknowledged
This
it?
is
Just
all
give
he
him
does, bro. It's literally all he does, bro.
Listen,
I'm just here for the main event. Let's just go to the main event. I'm here for the main event.
Listen,
this is all he does.
I know people want to have their opinions on that topic. I'll be honest with you.
Put your camera on, fraud, so we can see that crazy smile on that you have right now. Because I know you can't say these words without having a smile on.
Listen, no smile on my face. I have taken a vow of silence actually for that topic.
Yeah,
Inshallah, thank you, man. Hopefully.
All right. Well, before we move on to that, right? And please, let's not make this the whole show. This is a 3-hour show, and I have so much to talk about. But I'll at least give it an hour, okay? Because I know it's not
Timer on. Put a timer on.
All right.
I don't
but
think it's
before
gonna be
we
an hour.
do, because there's almost over 90 of you here, and there's a good chance some of you've seen me go crazy and lose my mind on X today. Smash up the likes, please. Subscribe to the channel. It's the least you could do because no matter what happens, I come out of this conversation losing, and I'm not going to convince anyone any differently. You're all, everyone is set on their ways, and it is a lose-lose for me anyways. Even if I come out reasonable, I lose sanity. So at the very least, smash up the like, subscribe to the channel, all that fun stuff, and also be sure to support everyone else's channel on here too. I'll be sure to make it a collaborative post as soon as YouTube allows me to. Okay, let's get into it then. So this morning, chat and everyone on the panel, we got a big update in regards to the goalkeeping position, and that is Martinez potentially coming to Chelsea. Yes, you guys heard it right. Okay, so let's get into it. Let's see what I'm talking about. What exactly is the situation with Dibu Martinez? So, to start things off, in regards to the other goalkeepers, Alonso says Penders will have his opportunity. That's likely going to be in tomorrow's game. We'll see how the rest of the season plays out, and it's going to depend a lot, I'm sure, on this upcoming transfer that could potentially happen. So, Ornstein dropped this bomba earlier today. Emiliano Martinez offered to Chelsea by representatives and West London, considering possibility of signing a 33-year-old goalkeeper before transfer window finishes. Open to Argentina Aston Villa FC open to the Argentina international exit after Zion Suzuki made number 1. So they got Zion. He is now the number 1. They've been wanting to move on to Emi Martinez for a while now. So it looks like it could potentially happen with Chelsea. Graham Bailey also reporting that intermediaries have offered Chelsea and Tottenham Hotspur the chance to sign Emiliano Martinez, with Aston Villa looking for options to move on the 33-year-old this summer. Fabrizio Romano pretty much regurgitating the same thing, that there's possibly a late move for Emiliano Martinez to Chelsea. So, Matt Law also reporting a few minutes or maybe an hour or so later that a move for Emiliano Martinez to Chelsea now appears increasingly more likely, according to the Telegraph. Max, off of the article that was read, is that it's understood that Xavi would be very much open to the idea of signing a new goalkeeper. Told that Martinez's wages at Aston Villa are quite high, so there will need to be a willingness from the Argentine side to make the deal happen, should Chelsea decide to quickly advance. The club are big fans of the mentality and experience that Martinez offers, seen as a goalkeeper who does not let in-game setbacks affect him, an area in which Alonso is prioritizing the improvement from previous seasons. Martinez told Chelsea, "I'm ready to go, even without European football." Martinez refers to join Chelsea over being second choice at Villa. Up to Chelsea now. Internal talks happening, with, according to Fabrizio Romano. And the wages, I don't think is going to be an issue. I think Martinez is more than happy to lower his wages to join Chelsea. Aaron Ramiro, take it with a pinch of salt, is saying Chelsea apparently submitted a £6 million opening offer for Emiliano Martinez. And then in the latest in regards to this, I'm pretty sure this is the last thing I have, is Chelsea need to find a solution for Sanchez or Penders or Martinez deal could be complicated. But they are seriously considering him. Talks with Xabi Alonso internally, who's involved. All right. Now, let me get this off my back just real quickly. Listen, I have been wanting to replace Sanchez for a while now. I have at no point said I want to keep Sanchez. At no point said I love Sanchez, that he's my favorite player or whatever. What I just don't like is when we're unfair towards certain players. And what happens in this fan base, I'm not saying anyone particular in this panel, I'm just saying in the fan base in general, what happens with Sanchez is he gets overly scapegoated for things that any regular goalkeeper or even a world-class keeper makes a mistake on or ends up, conceding a goal on, right? That's more along the lines I mean. Now, the things about Sanchez that I don't like are very clear, just like everyone else. I don't like the errors. I don't think I do think he still has that bozo gene in him from time to time. I do think last season there was a vast improvement in Sanchez up until we asked him to play out the back by Liam Rowe Sr., where we saw a lot more errors. We know he can't play out the back. I do think that this season we can be just fine with Sanchez as long as you're not asking him to play out the back. I do think the first game of the season, which sets the tone, he was nervous, made a mistake. Obviously, we're going to look at that very glaringly and then paint a broad brush. I know the fan base does that. It is what it is. I understand he's not Chelsea level. However, the reason why Dibu Martinez for me doesn't move the needle is because, one, I do think Dibu Martinez is on the decline. I don't think he's getting any better. I think he's actually getting worse. I think 2 seasons ago was the season to go for Dibu Martinez, and Chris can vouch. I've asked for Dibu Martinez previously, and last season I was even saying I wanted to keep Petrovic. I would have put in a bid for Chevalier, which now in hindsight wouldn't have worked out, and I was a fan of bringing in Magnan. I still want to bring in Magnan. I think there's better options out. Well, I do think the goalkeeper department is very limited right now, and I do think we're very limited in the amount of world-class goalkeepers that are out there as it is. So the goalkeeper market, I think, is poor. I'd rather just not bother with Emi Martinez, potentially bringing Emi Martinez in and causing a disruption in the locker room, because now Sanchez, who, despite what people think, the team do respect Sanchez. I mean, he is a very talkative personality in the dressing room. Like, he's respected amongst, the team. I do think he's...
that's a bullshit excuse. That last piece is bullshit.
Just let him finish. Let him finish. Let him finish.
You can say that if you want.
But
the thing is,
I should have been on mute. My apologies.
It is what it is. Like, you can believe what you want, but at the end of the day, when you look at the videos and you look at how they treat Sanchez, like it's all respectful. They're all joking with him. They all seem friendly. They all seem very professional. It doesn't seem like there's like a divide or a hatred for Sanchez, like a lot of people like to say that exists in Cobham. So I do think it does disrupt the dressing room if he's just going to be the third option. And it kind of blocks Penders' path. I think just give it to Penders. Xabi Alonso, you were able to go undefeated in Bundesliga with a keeper who, I know us in the panel know who it is, but I know a lot of you in chat still don't know who the Leverkusen keeper is, even though they went undefeated. So, like, I think you could do it with Penders, and I think you should just go on with Penders. I understand that Martinez is probably a bit of an improvement on Sanchez, but I don't think it's worth doing all this. I really don't. If he comes in, he comes in, but it's going to be the same problems. We're just replacing a set of problems with another set of problems, and that's just where I stand with it, because he's just as error prone as Sanchez is. But because we are Chelsea fans, we watch Chelsea so attentively. We see it day in, day out. We see the errors that don't get caught in highlights and all that stuff. And some of us don't watch Aston Villa that often. Some of us watch just Argentina and think Dibu Martinez is like this every day, every year round. They do the same thing with Diogo Costa. They do the same thing with Gianluigi Donnarumma. And then when they watch the club football, they realize, oh, shit, this guy isn't the guy that I thought he was. So I think it's the same thing with
all right.
With Dibu
I got
Martinez.
a question for you, Marshall.
Go for it, bro.
Out of the three, like, we have those 3 players right there that you spoke about: Sanchez, Martinez, and Penders. Out of those three players, which one of them can handle the pressure of being Chelsea's #1 keeper the best?
Probably Dibu Martinez.
That really should only be the only question that you have for yourself then. Why would you not take the person who could handle this situation the best?
I just think you're gonna have to pay for it, which, whatever, it's not my money. I don't care for the finances.
But the money is so minimal. They're talking like less than 10 million already.
Yeah.
So let's set that aside. What other pieces are there for that?
I think having Sanchez as a third choice for not solving the problem isn't worth the problems that's going to cause. So I just think,
if it's not Sanchez though? I still think, like, all right, I'm not telling you I'm not saying, like, what you're saying right now at this current moment is saying that Sanchez is automatically going to be the third choice. Realistically, Penders could go on loan to a prime club for all we know. He could be the one that goes to Strasbourg.
If that happens.
He could be the one that goes to Strasbourg for all we know. So I'm not, and that's probably just due to the fact that they want to get him game time. You know what I'm saying? But for me, I'm not looking at it other than this. I know what this guy is.
Mm-hmm.
I would rather at least see someone who can handle the pressure better of being in that position than the guy I got right now.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. It's just point blank and period for me. I can't see this. I can't see us go another season with this guy. For what?
Yeah.
For what?
I think. Listen, I think my opinion is, I want to give the full scope of my opinion so people understand where I'm coming from. I think for me, at this point in time, you have to start looking, at the pros and cons on both sides. I think that's what we have to analyze it, all right? And I think that's the way that Alonso did, okay? And I agree with your point. Listen, did Alonso win the Bundesliga with an amazing keeper? No, he didn't. However, I think he was willing, and this is my point. I think, and this
damn.
by the way, I'm telling you, I told you, Marshall, you're finished. Marshall, you think I was joking when I told you you're finished on Casually later? Anyways, listen, Marshall. For me, this was like when I'm looking at it through Alonso's perspective, because again, everybody rates. By the way, everybody rates what Alonso has done. Everybody rates what Alonso has done in terms of clearing out the squad.
Yeah.
But all of a sudden now, when it comes to Sanchez, people want to start nitpicking. They want to say, no, but I want to keep my little sweet baby boy. This is my point. With Sanchez and with Dibu, neither of them are amazing with the ball at their feet. Neither of them are, they both have those same issues. However, there is one non-negotiable that clearly Sanchez has violated, okay? When it comes to the shot keeping, okay, when it comes to putting the team under pressure, you cannot do that in Alonso's system. That is his make or break, and I think that's what really killed him with Fulham. We would have killed Fulham, bro. And he brought Fulham into the game. His nervousness made Acheampong worse. His nervousness was like, oh, Fulham's like, oh shit, this guy's trying to clear the ball and he's kicking the ground. Yo, let's press the shit out of them. When your keeper is shit, the stadium feels it, the players feel it, your own supporters feel it, and this is something that has gone on now for seasons. And this is my perspective. Okay, this is my perspective. I genuinely believe
me like Sanchez. Everyone's
hold up.
pressing me
I
right now.
genuinely.
It's what you get, yo.
Listen.
The way you close it,
Joey,
I genuinely.
we're
I was
closing
mad
him
one
down.
today,
Dude, I'm telling you,
This is what you get.
I told him in the group chat earlier. He's getting
Everyone
clamped.
get a turn.
Anyways,
Everyone take a turn. Everyone take a turn.
I said.
Hey yo, go ahead.
Hey yo, hey yo, but everyone-
Pause.
Hey,
Pause.
yo,
Pause.
hey, yo, but everyone take a turn.
Pause.
Pause on that. All right, let's pause on that, but we're gonna resume. Listen, for me, Sanchez is what everybody says. Sanchez is a keeper who can get us into the UCL spots. That's already been proven. That's not an issue. But my thing is, I believe that Alonso wants more. We all know, I think it's very clear now what Alonso wants to do this season and what he wants to do with this team. They're going to tell us through the briefs. Okay, they're going to tell us through the briefs, this is what we want. But look at the way Alonso's moving. Look at the clear out that has happened. Look at the backing that he's gotten. Very clearly, he wants to build this team to challenge this season. You know for a fact, Sanchez cannot do that. I agree with you, Marshall, in the sense that, is Dibu Martinez a guaranteed amazing 10 out of 10? No, it is a risk. However, at this point in time, you have to start taking calculated risks. You have a week left in the window. Sanchez has already proven to you in game week 1, you cannot rely on him. Okay? Alonso literally went in the press conference and said, they asked him, oh, is this player going to start winning? He said, the pitch is the ultimate decider. It will tell me everything. And then Sanchez proceeds to shit the bed. Game 1. Like, nobody in the locker room can complain. I'm sorry. When your coach says, listen, if you fuck up, listen, this season, if you fuck up on the pitch, I'm taking the pitch as holy Bible, as sacred. And then you drop a shitter, like, what are you gonna say at that point? Like, Sanchez has not, and again, I told you, he could maybe handle Sanchez shit distribution. He could handle Sanchez not being good with the ball at his feet, but he cannot handle your keeper putting you under pressure, putting you down in games through just poor shot stopping. That's the one thing that is a non-negotiable for him. So at this point in time, I agree with you, Marshall, that as it stands, is Dibu Martinez the same Dibu Martinez of 3 years ago, right? Where I would have said, oh, it's guaranteed going to be amazing better. Has he taken a step back in his career? Yeah, maybe. However, at this point in time, I know for a fact, Sanchez's ceiling is not going to get us anywhere near challenging. However, we could take a risk on Dibu Martinez and see if he's able to give us that for one season. Because we need one fucking season. If he can give us a fucking Mendy season like we won the UC, that's what we need. Just one season. Because the thing is, this doesn't change our long-term plans or our plan B. It's always going to be Penders. That does not change. This is just we need a short-term solution. And because it's a short-term solution, by the way, guys, we can't go for fucking Suzuki. We couldn't go for Chevalier. Why? Because our hopes and everything is in Penders for the long term. If we went for Suzuki, if we went for Diego Costa or like these younger keepers, I would have been like, okay, now this is a panic buy. Now this is all of a sudden you're just reacting to the moment. It's being reactive. They are not being reactive. They're saying we want to keep the Penders pipeline open. So the pool of keepers that we can obtain that don't close the pipeline on Penders, but potentially have a higher ceiling than Sanchez, it's a small fucking pool.
Yeah.
And Dibu Martinez at least offer, and this is my point, and this is my one argument. This is my argument because I acknowledge Marshall's criticisms of Dibu and some of the wariness. But my other side is you have to take a risk at some point, okay? Yeah. People said the same, by the way, Arsenal fans said the same thing about Ramsdale. We already challenged for the league with him. There's no guarantee that Raya is better. Raya also has errors in his game. Is anybody saying that now? No. And I'm not saying that Dibu Martinez is going to go on to be a Raya. That's what I'm saying. But with our attack being so good, because I believe our attack will be amazing this season. We'll probably be the best attack in the Prem. And if that does hold to be the case, all we need is a keeper who's not going to cost us the game or put us under pressure. And Sanchez does that. As good as his shot stopping is at times, okay? As many times as sometimes he saves us in games, there are times when unnecessarily, with zero prompting, he starts putting the team under pressure. The backline is nervous. And I said, even if Dibu Martinez is the same level as Sanchez, just the sheer fact that the backline will look at him and not feel nervous because he has never done them dirty is already an improvement mentally on the way that the team functions. And that's my argument. I think that there is risk in the Dibu signing, yes, but the upside is higher and the plan B stays the same with Penders. So I think it is something that at this point in time, if we wanted to get top five, if we wanted to get top five, Alonso would not care about Sanchez. We wouldn't touch it. Alonso wants more than top five. He wants more than UCL. And that's why Alonso wants to do this. So if Alonso finally wants to bring the club to a place where we can challenge for the major trophies, which is what everybody has been bitch moaning and crying about, and all of a sudden, to be able to do that, the manager says, listen, I want to make Chelsea compete, but I need you to change this keeper. Now the Chelsea fan base is like, oh, we can't do that. We can't do that now. Now this is where we draw the line. Come on, guys. Yeah. We have to, at some point, you have to put that trust in Alonso, that if he wants Sanchez replaced, it better be for a good fucking reason. And again, and this is the good thing with having a manager that you actually respect. You can hold them fucking accountable when something goes wrong. He's gotten everything so far this window. Guess what? If it doesn't work, you can hold him accountable, guys.
Yeah. Andrew, you're going to cook Marshall next?
I just want to bring one piece up with this Sanchez thing. We talk about distribution and like last season with the way that he played last season. And like the way that the reason we switched to playing out to the back with him is like the big issue that he had. But Alonso's taken that out of his game. He doesn't have that option anymore. If it's not there short, he's supposed to go long. And he's supposed to go long to the left. And I'm going to say it all fucking season. He's supposed to go long to the left. And for half the game, he couldn't kick it to the left. Yeah. When we did kick it to the left, it led to a goal like this. Yeah. It led to a goal. So like, it's just like, can he do the simple things? If you look at even the stats between Dibu and Sanchez when it comes to the long ball, Dibu is still significantly better in that route. So like, to me, it's almost no brainer. Sorry about that.
Just to let you know that Sanchez's ceiling is Martinez's underground toilet. That's Sanchez's ceiling. I noticed Marshall in your what you were saying. It was all negative about it. It was nothing positive whatsoever about this move, Marshall. I think they respect. Do they respect Sanchez? I don't think they respect him on the pitch at all. I don't think they respect him at all because he always makes them anxious. And when he makes a mistake, they don't want to pass back to him. That's not respect at all. They might like him, fine. You know what I mean? I don't care.
He could be a good you. I don't care, man.
I don't care. This is a point. I don't know if Xavi is going for a title charge, but I think he's thinking, I'm not being in the top 4, top 5 race this season. I'm not doing that. I'm not going to the last games of the season where I need to win to finish 4th. I don't want that. I want to be comfortably Champions League place wrapped up or so far away from that race that I'm looking upwards and only upwards. Or I can concentrate on going deep in the cups or something like that. In nearly every metric, Martinez clears Sanchez. It's not even close. I think it's sweeper and maybe catches that Sanchez is ahead of him of. Okay, he doesn't make the same amount of mistakes as Sanchez does. That's just not true. It's not swapping the same problems at all whatsoever. Sanchez made 6 mistakes in one match. The first match, he made 6 mistakes and cost us 2 goals. He's
Cook Andrew.
Talk about Fulham?
Cook.
Yeah.
Cook Andrew.
This whole thing that rivals have been saying for the last couple of days. This whole thing about the last couple of days, we're hearing rivals go, well, Chelsea weren't defensively good. Yeah, that's because of Sanchez. We weren't defensively good. Fulham didn't rip us open. There was one ball over the top, Robinson. That can happen to any team. And then he got lobbed. He was at fault for the first goal. He was at fault for the second goal. Or played a big part in the second goal. With his great shot stopping, by the way, pushing out front like that. He started off by throwing the ball out to
Yes, CP.
Cook. He started throwing his first mistake, he threw the ball out to Cole Palmer so far in front of Cole Palmer that Cole Palmer tried to control it but lost the ball and gave Fulham the goal. Gave Fulham the ball back. He had a shot directed at him where somehow his arms were like this and he let it bobble off his arm and that could have gone in. I saw that. He then kicked the turf and gave away a corner. That could have led to a goal. We don't know.
Sure.
The problem is, and I keep saying to you, Marshall, and other people, and I'll include Matisse in this as well because he doesn't think that we should get rid of Sanchez.
Cook everybody. I don't care if it's Matisse. We gotta cook.
This is the problem. You guys keep saying, "Oh, it's fine. We can handle it with Sanchez." When you speak about a goalkeeper, I don't want to hear the word fine. I don't hear the word fine with a goalkeeper, or maybe we could do this with a goalkeeper. The goalkeeper is the single most important position on a football team. The single most important position. We should all have 100% confidence in our goalkeeper, or at least not be very anxious whenever he gets near the ball, which all of us are every time he's on the ball or anything that happens to him. He is a horrible goalkeeper. And if we sign Martinez, Sanchez will not be at this club. Whether it's on loan or sold, he will not be.
That's fine. I'm fine with that.
The reason I don't.
It could be today, Grandma.
I think it's not an issue for Penders. Is I think Martinez will do 1 or 2 seasons, and that's it.
Yeah.
And if Penders is that good,
it's time to be a man, Penders.
Well, if Penders is this good this season, we'll do what Man City did with Trafford and give him all the cup games. Yeah, as far as we go in the cup. Yeah, and then next season. You had maybe a couple more Premier League games and a couple of European games, as well as all the cup games. And if he's that good in 2 years, like everyone says he is, then you give him the bag and see if he sinks or swims in 2 years' time. At the moment, Martinez is a significant upgrade on Sanchez. It's not even close, okay? I think he dropped off because he didn't want to be at Villa last season. He wanted to be at Man United. He was linked to Man United. He was going to go there. And I just think he had enough. Huh? Say it again.
You think he lost motivation then?
Yeah, I think he did, Chris. Honestly, he's been at Villa a very long time. He thought he was going to get that big move. He was linked to Manchester United. It didn't happen for some reason. And I just think, I don't know what he means. He's not. Yeah, okay, sure.
I mean, he was better in Europa than the Prem.
Why are you highlighting all the comments that back you up, Marshall?
You know damn well why.
You guys do this all the time. All right, I'm just letting Surfer go. I'm letting Surfer go because then I'm gonna fucking I'm clapping back at you guys.
Let me just say this, Staffy, your midfield is cheeks. So you need to work on your midfield is cheeks. You better not be listening. Yeah, exactly. That's just weird. But no. For me, will he make a mistake? Yes, all goalkeepers make mistakes. The problem is when he makes a mistake, I won't put you in this, Marshall, because you're on this channel, but I'll get others who I know I stream will go, see, I told you Martinez makes mistakes, not realising that Sanchez, it's not about the mistakes, right? It's about the frequency of the mistakes that Sanchez makes. And he makes 3 to 4 errors per match, and we're just not punished a lot by it.
Yeah, and that's why those
Killer
those stats where it's like
KG, give me a second. KG. Killer AMC, give me the link because Sanchez errors since 23-24. But then we talk about Martinez. There's no date range.
It's
So
the
what are we
same date
doing?
range,
The same
obviously.
date
It's
range.
obviously the same date range.
I mean,
on
the
the
whole data
Alright.
point is one
The whole
date.
data point's the same.
It's one date range, yeah.
I would love to see where he's getting this from. But yeah.
He said, "Give me your
It's
source."
the truth. I've seen
Wait,
the
wait,
ball.
Marshall.
You want me to pull up some stats?
Yeah, it's
go
the
for it,
same.
bro.
It's the same picture that everyone's been posting where Ruben has 11.
Yeah, it's the same one. Yeah.
It's the same one everyone's been posting, by the way. But I'm missing all.
Also,
of the
again, I think also Fulham, to be honest, I think a large part of that is Sanchez in the back line was very exposed because there was no control in the midfield. Because obviously without Caicedo, we lack the ability to really beat the press efficiently and control the midfield. So this was at least in the sense we won, which is good. We got the 3 points, but we also got to see the lowest lights of what the team could look like. And that scared Alonso. Very clearly that scared Alonso. Like the depths of hell that Sanchez alone can drag the defense into scared the fuck out of him. Let's be honest. I think people need to understand this. Like he evaluated Sanchez, knew his weaknesses, and said, okay, I think I'm okay with it. Except unlike other managers, he still has a week left to potentially fix it after being faced with the truth of what Sanchez can do.
Here's the thing.
At his worst.
Here's the thing. Like, you guys know where I stand, right? Like that's been made clear. I don't want Sanchez at Chelsea long term at all.
Yeah, but you think it's a sideways move?
I think it's a sideways move. That's simply as, right? And if we're gonna do the sideways move, I'd rather just put it on Penders. Like, let's depend on Penders, because surely Penders is just as good at shot stopping, and he can pass out the back, which is the biggest issue in Fulham, where we just kept losing possession. Why? Because Sanchez's long balls are horrific. Is Emi Martinez that much better? Not really. When you look at his passing stats, they're not that much of an improvement from. Hold on, they're not that much of an improvement from Sanchez. And you look at the errors that Dibu Martinez has made, the same amount of errors in passing out not the same amount, but similar errors in the way that Sanchez got errors, which is passing out the back, which is why we stopped doing it. Now, I think Dibu Martinez has better reflexes, better shot stopper, much better at penalties. And I agree. I think he does bring confidence in the back line. I think he's not as much of a nervous energy and all that. But, and at the end of the day, if Chelsea want to bring him in and Alonso want to bring him in, I'm all for it. Let's do it. But my biggest issue and the biggest reason why people call me a Sanchez defender is similar to what Surfer just did there. He counted 6 errors in that Fulham game, which some of them are like, all right, whatever, the passing and all that stuff. I understand that. I want to see that same attention to detail put on Martinez. And I want to see that same attention to detail on Donnarumma when we're comparing goalkeepers we should have gotten that
And
people are still having a pipe dream.
Here's my counter to you, right? They won't make 6 errors in one game like Sanchez makes. Never. They would never.
That's where I
make that.
completely disagree with you.
Give me a game that Donnarumma's made 6 changes in, 6 mistakes.
Or you think they have? Or do you think they have? When we can look at this.
Well, you think they have?
There's, I believe, just to 2 that come off the top of my head, right?
6.
The first Arsenal game that Donnarumma played, bunch of errors. I think there was even the Liverpool game, bunch of errors as well. And then the Community Shield is just as recent as then. Donnarumma makes multiple errors per game, but it doesn't get punished, especially on corners.
We'll fact check it. But okay, so now this is my turn. Sorry, I'm going to be tagged in for this wrestling tag team match. So, you talked about like stats and everything. So I just checked McLaughlin for last season, for Sanchez and for Emi Martinez, okay? Sanchez has some higher like throw passing percentage and sweeper actions, but
Sure.
if you're talking about long passing completed, Martinez at
one game, Staffy. Sanchez has cost us like multiple games. You only bring up one game. Game, Staffy. You only bring up.
Yeah. So long pass percentage completed. Martinez last season was at 44.7. Sanchez was at 40%. Mistakes in possession. Sanchez was at 0.50. Martinez was at 0.12. Goals conceded.
Can I?
Yes.
Teacher, can you repeat the last
statement
that you just made?
For the people in the back.
Because we're a possession-based team. Once again, a possession-based team. That's what we are. So Sanchez was at 0.50 and Martinez was at 0.12.
Oh, that's what I thought you said, Teach.
Goals conceded. Martinez was at 0.97 and Sanchez was at 1.16. Save percentage. Martinez was at 73.4. Sanchez was at 68. Saves per game. 2.8 compared to Sanchez's 2.4. Shot stopping value added 1.2 compared to Sanchez's 0.05, which is worse.
Shot stopping. He's great.
Save per 100 shots, save percentage. Martinez was at 3.12, Sanchez was at 1.41, and they're about similar in cross collection, but Martinez is at 1.6 and Sanchez is at 1.4. So everything actually goalkeeper rate, like needed as a goalkeeper, aka saving, and even in possession and the long ball, Martinez is better. The only thing that Sanchez is better at is throwing passes and sweeper action distance and sweeper actions.
And
That's the only three
CP,
stats.
don't forget about the amount of black spray that he uses.
Yeah, and we're talking about once again a season which you said that Martinez was falling off at, and this was one of Sanchez's better seasons for Chelsea, especially in the first half because he was second in Golden Glove.
I only speak about the first half, but okay.
Yeah.
No, but there's a reason why. And listen, you guys are gonna say I'm defending him and making excuses, but let's be honest. Let's compare Sanchez to someone who was in and about the same position we were in. How about Nick Pope?
No.
How about Fulham? Or someone that was as bad of a season as we did? Aston Villa had a good season. Aston Villa was a better team than us last season. Defensively, they were better than us last
because
season.
you're being disingenuous. Because you know why? Because Villa, like us, has been a yo-yo club in top four. So they are our closest competition. They have
but last season, when you're comparing stats from last season, compare it as a whole team too. There's context to it. Why do you think the save percentages is lower? Why do you think this possession passes is lower? Why do you think he gets exposed to more of these defense?
Sorry. The same guy we saw with a better team this weekend. Why do we think he's...
Also, I want to point out the fact that you didn't even read out the clean sheets that Sanchez has over Martinez. This is like what I'm talking about. Like, why can't we just be transparent? Why do we have to lean?
No. But clean sheet is a team stat. It's not.
Yes, that's fair.
No. But I'm naming.
But the rest of these stats are affected by the team, aren't they?
Yeah, no, but no. Excuse me. How is save?
Not all of them.
Save percentage
per 90s not as much, bro. Per 90s is then your individual performances, bro.
How is mistakes per possession? How is mistakes per possession a freaking team stat? We're talking about not the team's mistakes per possession, the individual's mistakes per possession for possession-based team. And we're saying, okay, you're counting from last season. What about fucking the first game week when this man fucking can't even kick he hesitates kicking the ball and it fucking goes out?
Yeah, he was shit.
What the fuck was that?
But this is the thing. I will say he was shit. I said it yesterday, but I still got called a Sanchez defender just because I also bring objectivity to this, unlike American Waffle. You know what I'm saying?
Last thing on this. Last thing on this on my part.
American Waffle does.
Last thing on my part, in case whoever else needs to tag in can tag in. Even if we're talking about big moments, you know what Sanchez also sucks ass at? Saving penalties. You know what saving penalties?
No, that I don't disagree with. And I said it in the beginning with Dibu Martinez.
I know.
That
So
he's
you know
good
what
at
saving
better.
penalties would be good at, especially when we have the
Probably
fucking
world
Wembley
class.
curse, the cup competitions. The cup competitions would be great to have a penalty shot stopper because we don't know what the fuck Penders is going to be like in saving penalties in that situation. So that would be great for our cup competitions too and helping us break the Wembley curse. So that's even more value added.
Bro, what are we doing here? Emi Martinez is no-brainer a better goalkeeper than Robert Sanchez. And we're not paying 30-40 million for Emi Martinez. He's gonna cost underneath 10 million.
The issue is we all agree with that except for Marshall. Like that's the point of contention.
I know, but you know
all of us agree that Martinez is better except for Marshall, and that's what the point of contention.
But this is the problem though.
Maybe,
this is the thing. Go ahead, Casey.
I was gonna say maybe because I'm older.
Insane.
And he might respect his elders. We'll see how much he respects his elders.
Respect Unc. That's crazy.
Maybe it's the right message, wrong messenger. So maybe this sinks him. No one is saying Martinez, and I'll be honest with you, I don't really like calling him Dibu. That sounds like such a trash nickname. No one's saying that Emi is like our long-term solution. He is a stopgap. Just like Robert Sanchez was supposed to be a stopgap 4 years ago. Emi is a better stopgap than Robert Sanchez. Does Emi give us a better chance to compete for the league than Robert Sanchez? Absolutely. Does Emi block Pender's path just as much as Sanchez's? No. It's Pender's. If Pender's is the end all be all and Pender's is the guy that we ultimately want to go with, Martinez is 2 years, 3 years older, right? So he's not going to be around, right? He's going to be on a short contract. He's going to reduce his wages already. There's no downside in going with in Sanchez.
Don't get rage baited by the comments, Marshall. I see you getting heated. I see you getting heated.
No, it's just that like, okay. Maybe
I'm not gonna lie, bro.
Me.
Grouping him in with Don is nasty work. He's not Don. He's not as bad as Don.
I'm not. But that's not even what I'm getting mad at. Like, big up Don. I respect Don. It is what it is. As delusional he could be sometimes. I respect him. The thing with me is that I don't like when we're being unfair, right? Because the same way, I'm not saying you guys. I'm just saying in general, since the existence of Robert Sanchez and a Chelsea kid. Okay. The thing is, y'all can read all the stats you want, but you know what's one glaring stat that Diego Martinez has that Sanchez doesn't?
World Cup.
No, it's not that. Not that. No.
Two guys.
This is what annoys me, and you can look it up. This is true.
2 Golden Gloves.
More errors 2 years ago leading to goal than Andre Onana.
But
no one wants to talk about that.
No, but Marshall,
no one wants to talk about that.
Wait, Marshall. This is the issue when you see those stats without the context, right? Because, for example, Sanchez.
It's the same issue I have with the other stats.
No, but this
is
my point. This is what I say. Sanchez, for example, people use this to defend Sanchez. They say, oh, Sanchez had less errors leading to goal than Dibu. That's cool. It's not Sanchez's fault that the attackers that he's giving the ball to eat glue and couldn't score on him. Okay, like if you look at the errors leading to big chances conceded, then I remember because that very same season, people were like, Sanchez not that bad. He was just, he didn't have that many errors leading to goal. He was bottom of the Prem. And I was like, look at errors leading to big chances. That brother is top of the list. Right next to, I think it was right behind one of the keepers of a relegated team who we all said was one of the worst keepers we've ever seen, like of all time. I forget who it was, but I remember he was like actually that bad. And Sanchez was right next to him in second. And so for me, like with those stats of errors to goal conceded, like there's so much context. Again, I don't watch Emi Martinez. I don't, and that's what I'm saying. It's a risk because I don't watch. I'm not a Villa fan. But even when I see the Villa fans are saying like, listen, Emi's still good enough. He was just victim to a system that was falling apart in certain portions of the thing. Versus, look at what Chelsea fans say about Sanchez. Are we saying that the defense helped him? No. But motherfucker, he was basically kicking the ball into the back of his own net at times. Like we did as much as we could to defend Sanchez, Marshall. Okay, he had his little Club World Cup final. We said we're gonna give you, maybe you have something now. You can build on from this. And he proceeded to continue being a clown. What are the first part of the season? This is under Maresca. This is under supposedly the best part of his season. He gets a red card. Yes, Chalba put him in that position. Bro, it's fucking Impumpu. Let that motherfucker shoot. I'm not scared of him.
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather go 1-0 down. And this is my point. In the pressure positions, okay? And especially if Alonso wants to be near top of the table, when the pressure is on, that motherfucker folds like origami. I'm good.
Yeah. And also I think if you polled every single Premier League manager, they would overwhelmingly choose Emi Martinez over Sanchez. It wouldn't be close. Would not be close.
Any rival fans too, Andrew. If you ask rival
that's true.
fans,
if you ask the rival fans, they all wanted to keep Sanchez. Not a single one of them is saying.
Yes.
What have you heard? You've heard from pundits. You've heard from rival fans on every stream. They like what we've done this summer. They all come to the same conclusion. The biggest issue holding us back is the goalkeeper. The biggest issue.
Yep.
And that's where I get pissed off when I hear people say, like I said before, it's okay, we can challenge for the top 4 with Sanchez. Don't want to fucking challenge for the top 4 with Sanchez.
Thank you.
Don't want to challenge for the top 4 with Sanchez. And by the way, he didn't get us top 4. Maresca dropped the defence back 10 to 15 yards and limited shots. That's why we got to the top 4. He had one good game against Everton, which I'll give him praise for. Everyone goes on about his World Club Cup final performance, which was good. Everyone forgets his quarter-final and semi-final performances where he was shit in those games.
Here's the thing. Is I don't like this. I don't like this conversation. Like, what is Staffy doing with that? Like, what does that even mean? Every goalkeeper in the league is gonna make a fucking mistake. So, like, what does that mean?
Maybe makes a good amount. Of mistakes,
didn't his keeper?
No, wait, Joey. I
want to have a different conversation real quick, okay? Because the point that I think that people aren't getting to here is that Marshall is not saying that Sanchez has to be our starter. He's saying that the Penders part is that piece that I don't think
He'd rather
anybody
promote. He'd
addresses.
rather promote.
I'd rather
So,
just promote
Think
at
Emmy.
this point.
so that's the piece that I want to have a conversation about first, okay? Because right now, like we're going into our this season with one thought, okay? How high can we finish? Right? That's really it. That's the one thought. That's the one thought. How high can we finish? And we're putting faith. We're going back to putting faith in 19-year-olds in the most important position on the field. And like once again, I go back to my first original question that I asked you, Marshall. With the pressure of being Chelsea's goalkeeper, who is best suited in this moment?
I agree with you. It's
now,
Martinez.
That right now, and RSM made great points.
Yeah.
It doesn't block Penders from being promoted. And shit, Marshall. If it comes down to it, that's still not an option. That's still right now. That's still an option. All this is like none of what you're asking for is out of the question with Emmy or without Emmy. It's not out of the question. You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm just more willing to take a risk than look at who I've been looking at every single game.
Listen, for the sake of sanity at this point with me, and for the sake of moving past this whole notion that I'm a Sanchez defender, yo, bring Emmy. I don't care. Like, just so I can move mentally past this,
chat.
right?
We got him, chat.
But what I will say is this. Me personally, where my logic goes is this season, my logic was already telling me, I think we can mitigate the errors from Sanchez with our attack, right? So we can mitigate the deficiencies of Sanchez's errors and, you know, stupid moments, his bozo moments, by having a much more reinforced and stronger attack. I think, in my opinion, Penders, although I understand what Joey's saying, the pressure and being in that seat, right? Like you're trying to go for a title charge potentially, or really, really just being comfortably in the top 4, right? Or top 5, whatever. I think just give it to Penders. He's 20 years old. You can mitigate his mistakes by, one, we'll be a lot better in possession because he does have a really, really good passing range. Long range, short pass, he's brilliant at that. I think he's decent enough at shot stopping. We can mitigate any mistakes he's going to make as a youngster by just being good in the attack and being better in possession.
Yeah, but
here's my problem.
Here's
my problem is, as I said before, we shouldn't be mitigating any goalie's mistakes with our attack. That's my thing. Mitigating it with Sanchez or Penders. Obviously, on a side note, this is with Sanchez, it's all about nepotism. It's all about having his best mate, Ben Roberts, there. This is the problem.
His father.
Is he still there?
Yes, he is.
I thought he left. Fuck.
Nah, he's still there.
Yes, he is. My sources at the club tell me he threw himself in front of Alonso's car when he heard the news.
Alonso bought in his own. Alonso bought in his.
Thanks, Indicalia.
Alonso bought in his own goalkeeping coach and obviously analysed it and stuff like that. But we should not be mitigating anything with like, our attack can bail us out on it. We shouldn't have to worry about it.
Yeah, I don't want to do the Liverpool 13-14 route where we just try to outscore everybody.
Exactly. Xabi Alonso doesn't want to worry about his goalkeeper all the time about what can happen. He wants that out so he can concentrate on how to get the best out of the attack. That's what he should be doing. I mean, that's what every coach wants. They don't want to go, oh shit, what's he going to do now? I don't know what he's going to do. When he doesn't know what he's going to do, when the teammates don't know what he's going to do, when the fans don't know what he's going to do, or what type of game he's going to have. His shot stopping and his kicking are just not, those are not positives to me at all, okay? Because we saw it. Both those shots, he should have saved better on Fulham. On right, easy shot stopping things. The first one, unforgivable. The first one, totally unforgivable.
100%.
Not even a hard shot. Not a shot in the top corner. The second one, weak-wristed Pringle save. That's what that was on Monday, and he pushed it out. This whole thing is about
shout out Pringles.
This whole thing is about getting better. Okay, we've had to suffer for this. I've been doing this for nearly 2 years, nearly 3 years, wanting a goalkeeping change, and finally looks like we're going to get it. Okay, and I will not have you rain on my parade, Marshall.
Listen, no, but you know what, Surfer? At the end of the day, Surfer, if Dibu Martinez does come in, this is just go for Surfer. This goes for RSM. This goes for Joey, KG, chat, especially you guys, especially you, chat, and CP, especially you. If Dibu Martinez comes in and he starts making errors, I'll just give him 2 errors. If he makes 2 errors in the first, I don't know what, 10, 50, halfway through the season, before December or before January, right? If he comes in, makes 2 errors before January, I want to see the same Vim.
What do you mean?
I just want to see the same Vim. I just want consistency.
If he makes 2 errors in like 3 months, bro, I'm taking that. Because I know Sanchez would make 4.
Not the same.
Would make 5.
Yeah, because they list off
all.
like 5 or so every game.
That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I've been saying.
This is
The
why-
thing
this is-
the thing about those
exactly
shitty,
what I've been fucking saying, bro.
the
This
thing
is
about
why
those stats is
you
was
are
what RSM.
Marshall. This is
Okay.
why you are a Sanchez defender, because you come out and say,
Yeah, bro. Because now you're just
you're
like,
a
oh,
Sanchez defender.
now I'm gonna get you back. Like, bro, for what? We're all on the same team. Like, the
I
fuck?
just want consistency. Because again,
No,
last
bro,
season,
Wait,
you-
Marshall,
no,
wait, Marshall, this is
you
what
believe,
this
you truly believe if he makes a mistake, you truly believe if he makes a mistake in the game, we're not gonna sit here and say this motherfucker made a mistake in the game.
no, I just want the same Vim. I just want the same energy. I want consistency.
What is
It's not been
He's had 4
It's not been
years.
3. It's
He's
been
had
4
No, I
years.
understand.
years
No. It's wait, hold on. First things first.
The same thing.
Fir-
He has
fir-
3 years of
First
doing
things
this work.
first. It took what? Maybe 2 errors in his first season for people to start reaming out Sanchez, right?
Well,
It took
let me ask you
2
something.
errors in
We
his
went
first
and got-
season for people
we
to start
went and
reaming
got
him out.
Brighton's third keeper to begin with.
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah, I've been
what
just
are we
on
talking
board
about?
straight away.
What are we
okay.
talking about?
Let
We
me
got
just give you an
Brighton's
example.
third keeper to begin with. He was Brighton's third keeper. This is the guy who just came off of back-to-back World Cup finals. Like, it's not even the same question. It's not the same stratosphere.
Marshall, you know what you're kind of sorry, you know kind of what you're sounding like, and Surfer was with this person on the stream earlier today or yesterday, Robert, because Robert said it's better to know the devil you know than the one you don't. I'm sorry, this man. What it sounds like.
What I'm saying.
Let me get out of this toxic relationship. I've been
It's
with
the
this
B
toxic
wife, bro. I'm telling you,
relationship.
Stockholm syndrome.
Let
It's
me
Stockholm
do
syndrome, bro.
But guys, what you're missing is right. What you're missing is right. He asked us. He asked us to keep the same energy if Martinez keeps mistake. I will then throw that back to you, Marshall, and I expect you to defend Martinez like you do.
I
Sanchez,
probably will.
Who does
To be honest,
Yeah.
that's the thing.
Okay.
Because again, my biggest issue with this whole Sanchez thing is that he gets overly scapegoated, and if I start seeing the same thing with Dibu Martinez being overly
How
scapegoated,
overly? No. I want this to be clear. How is it overly scapegoated? Can I ask what makes him overly scapegoated? I want to understand what your thought is here, because I truly can't grasp how 3 years of watching this guy and he can be overly scapegoated. Like 3 years, we've seen with their own eyes the stupidity from him in big matches too, Marshall. Not just in the normal random match.
Yeah, I get it,
The
yes.
big ones.
Arsenal especially.
The
I understand.
City. Like
Every
who
Arsenal home game.
let me ask you, Marshall.
Yep.
Doesn't Dibu show up against Arsenal every single time he plays them?
Yeah, he does. Sure, maybe he
For
maybe
fuck's sake, it's just that clear.
the overly scapegoating that I'm speaking of is starting to blame him for things that aren't necessarily his fault. Best example, and I know this is going to cause divide. I don't think he's really that much at fault for the second goal against Fulham, but there you go. There you go.
Pushes the ball back
I
to
wouldn't
the
say
guy.
overreacted, but he
He
was
pushes the ball
Marshall,
back into goal.
partly.
If Dibu did that, I would blame Dibu. How about that? If Dibu did the
but
same exact shit,
Levi Cole's not getting the vim
No,
for
no,
what
Levi
he did.
Cole
But no one talks about Cole.
No, we talked about that.
People have first of all, people have talked about the weakest thing in the 3 center backs of that game being Colwell religiously. Lewis
Yeah,
has
we
said that
did.
in many
We did all
streams.
say that.
I've heard Jimmy say that. I'm hearing CB literally say we should replace Colwell because he's the weakest link yesterday. So you were saying no one's
Where he should
criticizing him.
replace
I'm
him.
seeing the biggest Chelsea content creators. Even Matisse was saying he was the weakest link in both the Big Six and
Everyone has said it.
So you
I've
were
said
saying,
it too. Yeah, we were here.
yeah. So
I've
you're
just
saying
realized-
he's not getting the criticism. He is getting the brunt of the criticism for being the worst performer in the back line, along with Gusto, in terms of the defensive pairings. So that's not right. And the problem with Sanchez is, I learned this when I was 10, and I'm not a goalkeeper. You parry away from the fucking danger zone, not right fucking at it. You parry away from it, not toward the fucking danger zone, away to the corners. I learned this when I was 10.
But this is
It's
the thing, like,
do you know? I've just
sure, we're
realised
talking
CP.
about it this way now, obviously, and we're talking about Colwell, but there are people, not saying anyone here in particular, but even in my chat or just in the community in general at large, that don't even look at Levi Colwell for that goal. They just look solely at Sanchez. The best example, in my opinion,
Those
and
people are
I know
stupid.
some of you, I know they're stupid. That's why I have, maybe I'm stupid too for engaging in these conversations.
You are, Marshall. You are.
Thanks,
You are.
Joey. I appreciate it, bro.
You
but
are.
what I'm
You
trying
are.
to get, like,
I don't get it.
even better example.
You're taking like this little Twitter community, right? And you're like, this is the fan base. Like all this, like bro, like you don't have to like this Twitter community that you're speaking of. The only people that like actually like you probably should listen to are people that actually go put their face on stream and say what they gotta say. And if you want to listen to America Waffle,
but the thing is, Joey, like,
some motherfuckers have their own opinions too.
The
But
thing is, Joey,
I'll tell you this.
Go for it.
No matter what makes us better, Marshall. No matter what. No matter what.
Listen, I don't necessarily even disagree with that much. I just rather just go for like Magnan. I think if Allison is available, I would even go for Allison.
They gave him. Okay, Allison's not available. One.
Marshall.
Number
He's free agent
two,
next
Magnan. Yeah, that's next. That's next season.
No, I'm just saying hypotheticals, right?
Magnan signed a new contract. He's not leaving.
Yeah.
It's like that window closed. Like and this is the
I
issue
would have
that I
kept
brought up.
Petrovic last season.
This
I would have gone
is
like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not.
Yeah,
like
but we're doing revisionism. We're going back.
But it's
Yeah,
not
we're
like
going back.
I just
But
want to
again-
make it clear because again, I get comments like this.
Marshall, I think Marshall, this is the issue, right? Like with Chevalier, right? Like I said, we could have gone for like Suzuki.
I don't agree with
We could have gone
this.
for Diego Costa. The reason why we didn't go for people of a certain age range is because the club genuinely does believe in penders, and it is stupid to blow up a long-term plan for a talent you rate highly. So they don't want to do that. So
100%.
the number of keepers that fit the criteria of what would be acceptable to bring into the club at this point in time is very small.
Mm-hmm.
And then out of that pool, how many are we actually able to get out of the club?
Obtainable.
Even smaller.
And Marshall, you mentioned Allison. You mentioned Allison.
I'm convinced, Marshall, right, that you watch Sanchez like this, right? I think you watch him like this. That's what I think you do. I think you watch him like this. Yeah?
This is the best team ever. This is the best team ever.
There's no logic for your defense of him. Okay, there's just none. Okay, he does, like we said, he's down on stats, he's down on eye test, he's down on everything when it comes to Martinez. It's just not in the same ballpark. Yeah, like I believe that you do this, and I honestly I don't know. You even saw him live, and you still feel like this.
He said you saw him with your own two eyes.
It's the fact that he's doing the whole soliloquy when it's still on.
No.
I mean,
He was good when I saw him live, to be fair.
You know what I mean? Just so ridiculous doing this. You know.
Yo, I just feel like
he's just
again,
a
like
tiny typo.
when I mention like the having the same energy for Debu, it's because again, like from that United moment, which I was gonna bring up again too, which is another one where like not enough people talk about now in hindsight they do, but not enough people talk about the fact that at the moment Chalobah has a horrendous pass to Sanchez. Sanchez overreacts, which I agreed with at the time and I still do, and gets himself sent off, but everyone wants to just focus on Sanchez. But from that moment, from that game where he got suspended,
we killed Chalobah in that moment too.
Yeah,
we
killed some of us did. Not all of us did. Right?
Like a lot of us
Not
did.
all of us did. Not all of us did. And from that moment, from that game, up until Arsenal under Rossinier, Sanchez was fine. Sanchez was perfectly fine, serviceable. No one had complaints. As soon as he makes one, we're back to zero.
No,
that's
but
the
here's
thing I'm
difference,
saying about
Marshall.
keep the same energy
Here's
for
the
Debu.
difference, though,
No,
Marshall.
no.
Here's the main difference.
Semi-final
Here's the main
cost
difference,
us
right?
2 goals. Semi-final.
Here's the
cost us
main
2
difference,
goals.
though, Marshall, right? It's what our aspirations were comparatively to what we are currently. Like, at that time, when we walked into last season, no one had any expectation other than top 4. Okay.
Yeah.
The aspirations of this year is beyond what Sanchez is capable of.
Okay.
And all of us feel that. All of us feel that.
That's fair.
That's just the nature of the circumstances right now. Last year, yeah, you're right. Sanchez was all right for us last year because none of us had the thought that we were going to even challenge. Even the thought. Okay. This season,
all right, that's valid.
we could probably go 40% of our fan base feels like that. We're that
Joey, you're kind of wrong in one sense because Marshall did believe we were going to win the Champions League in his prediction last year. So I think you're a little wrong.
Oh, you had to say that.
All right. Did any of you guys on this panel predict it right? So shut up. All right. Shut your mouth. You said Barcelona. You said Barcelona.
I know,
Shut your mouth. And look who they lost to.
But you said
I got a
panel.
prediction
You said
right.
panel. You said panel, and people did say PSG here. Second of all, you did mention Alisson. I'm sorry, he's a Liverpool legend. He's never. If he's gonna leave, he's not gonna join the Premier
Xabi
League.
Alonso. I mean, I don't think it matters that much.
No, I know.
Henderson too.
Pair check.
I know, but he's not gonna leave. He's not gonna leave to join us.
Directly,
But I'm just the reason I brought that up, CP, is just I just want to
He's
show
gonna
that
try
like,
to get one more paycheck, bro. Like that's what Alisson's gonna do.
the reason I even bring it up, CP, is that like it's not that I don't want other keepers. It's just what realistically is available was Magnan, Chevalier, and keeping Petrovic last season, which I was all for any of those three, but none of them happened. And then this
Marshall
season,
keeper
there's
talent
really
ID needs to
nothing.
be discussed. Guys, we need to discuss Marshall keeper
No,
talent.
no, come on. Let's not pretend that last season everyone was saying yo Chevalier,
Marshall.
yo Petrovic. Like
I never said Chevalier. I never gassed Chevalier, bro. I even made fun of Steve when he was gassing out Chevalier, bro. That's Ahmed Nation. That's Ahmed Nation.
That's not us.
Yeah, that's an Ahmed Nation right
That
there.
is Ahmed Nation.
Magnan was the only one that
And
cooked out
also
of
that
that
was
one. I can't
Strasbourg
lie.
Steve Nation. That was also Strasbourg.
That's your problem.
And I cooked Strasbourg Steve when it happened, man.
I'll die with the Suzuki sword though this year.
I remember the season before that I was saying, yo, why didn't we
I'll
get
die
Sells
with
from
that
Strasbourg?
Suzuki sword.
You know,
I'll tell you that
like
right
in
now.
a dream world, if I could pick any keeper I want to improve off of Sanchez, Raya is there, Courtois, Alisson, like these are like proper like good improvement. I just think Debo is very sideways.
The people who are not going to leave their club in the next.
Yeah, that's why it's dream. It's delusion, pretty much.
Yeah. Listen, can we just move on? Like, I feel like this is a bit.
I mean, I wanted to. We're
No,
at the
Ahmed.
hour.
No. No, Ahmed. He
I
needed
mean, what
to
else
get
is
the
there to
picture.
talk about with this?
No,
Like,
he needed to get the picture.
listen, I'm tired, bro.
This was
Let-
an
let-
intervention.
let them get it out.
This
Ahmed.
was
Let
No
them
one
get it
asked
out.
you.
Realistically,
No one
this
asked you.
conversation.
Hey, this was our
realistically,
Avenger moment. Okay.
Yeah, they all came in like.
This conversation.
They all came in at the same
time.
Yeah, y'all showed up real quick. I should start fucking saying I'm going to talk about Sanchez and then never talk about it.
We did. We fucking formed like the Avengers.
I wasn't.
Y'all really did.
I wasn't gonna show up, and then I heard your little speech.
I know.
You pissed everybody off, Marshall. You actually pissed everybody off.
Everyone off.
It was fine
It
until
is
you
what it
read
is.
out like a speech, like you're a defense lawyer for Sanchez, like that, like you're in front of the courthouse. Going, my client is innocent. He's not guilty of any of this shit.
It's really sad that I went from defending Ziyech to defending Sanchez now.
Damn!
Now,
Oh my God!
how
yeah,
low does
yeah.
it go?
The second.
Yeah.
How low does it go? What's the
Yo,
next
get the
one?
limbo stick out for this guy.
What's
son.
the next one, man?
Get the limbo stick. We're gonna see him crouching underneath the limbo stick, son.
Screw that.
You know who your next one is if it comes.
Marshall,
You gonna start
you wearing-
defending Gusto? Don't say that.
No, it's getting. It's getting.
Marshall, you
Get
wearing
in,
any-
actually.
I called it.
I think I think Gittens is too overhated, bro. Too overhated. He's
He
number
might
one.
be sold, by the way. I'm not gonna.
He might.
From what I've seen from the Roma side, if they don't
Good
get Malik
defend
Fofana,
Havertz.
they're going all out for Gittens.
Here's my what you just said. I don't think anyone feels anything for Gittens, hate or love.
No, I don't feel
Yeah.
anything.
It's like-
I'll be
He
honest with you.
hasn't shown us
I after that Fulham game, I kind of forgot that he was still in the squad.
He was.
I don't
he
even
was
think he
injured
made the
half
squad.
season.
Did he make the squad versus
I
Fulham?
don't think so.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
No.
That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't be surprised. Like
Games are probably gone
like-
next season.
if Roma don't buy Malik Fofana,
I mean,
there's a
That's what it
chance.
is.
There's a chance they go all out for him.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. Like, this is not. And I mean, we
Marshall,
also
did you
heard.
just write that?
Didn't we also hear today?
No, I
To be
haven't.
fair,
I had it.
to be fair, didn't we also hear today that we might also be in
Very
for an attacker as well if we sell?
You
Great
just wrote
transition.
that.
That's a good host.
Yeah,
right
I saw that report too. RSM.
Yeah, I saw that one
just
too.
wrote,
Yeah.
Up
he
in a
just wrote
second.
this title, guys. He didn't have this title up. He
no,
just wrote it.
I
wants to move
had
it.
it ready. I promise you. It's right
you
here.
You liar. I can tell
It's
you
right
now.
here.
Now he's just found this.
No, look at this.
He
This is how
typed
you know
it in
it's my
real
work.
quick.
Look at how old this shit is. That's how you know it's my work.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't search
Good
this.
point. That's actually a good point. That's actually.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
does.
I had this segment ready because I wanted to talk about all these other players that I just want to get out of the way, man. I don't have enough RAM anymore. I'm running out of RAM with all these tabs and
You have
stuff.
64 gigabytes of RAM.
I know I'm running out. But yeah. So there was a Roma interest earlier in the window. Fernandez apparently had to issue a statement denying that there was any interest or any pursuit for Jamie Gittens because again there was interest there or whatever from Fernandez. Fabrizio confirms that there's literally no talks whatsoever between Bino Gittens and Fernandez. Rashford not keen on Turkish move, which we all later found out. Leao, we'll see what happens with that. He might actually go.
What
to,
a bum, bro.
yeah.
He's
Leao,
going to Villa. I heard that.
Villa or-
they're on it for him.
Yeah, we'll see.
Bro, bro, you know what's funny? When Leao can't bench Garnacho, oh my God, bro.
I'm
It's
here
gonna
for
be
it.
dark, bro.
I am so here for it. But yeah, so as of a few days ago, Alfred Padulla came out, said the AS Roma have officially requested Chelsea for a loan today of Jamie Bino Gittens, which the club rejected for now. Roma are open to coming days if the Blues should change their mind. Roma offered a loan fee of 3 million euros with an option to buy at 40 million euros for Chelsea's Jamie Bino Gittens at the time. At the moment, Chelsea do not accept the proposal. That's coming from DiMarzio. Chelsea have rejected a loan request for Roma for Gittens, currently not planning to loan him. Chelsea have turned down a loan offer for Roma for Gittens. They want to keep him. He wants to stay. And Chelsea will not negotiate any Gittens exit this summer. They believe in him, according to Fabrizio Romano. Listen, I fought valiantly for Sanchez. I'm okay with Sanchez moving on, but with Gittens, I think we're also being unfair with the kid. I mean, he was injured half of the season last season. I think from coming from the Bundesliga straight to the Premier League, not everyone can beat Erling Haaland and just take the ground running. So I think this season is a big season for him.
His issue isn't even necessarily like the Sanchez, costing his game performances. It's more so like the system changes really fucked him.
Yeah.
Like that's really what's fucked him. He doesn't have a position.
He is
And
not a left wing back.
that fucked him twice. That fucked him at Dortmund because Dortmund went from wingers.
Yeah, they did the same
Second
thing.
half
Yep.
of the
They did
season
the same
to-
thing to him.
Yeah, so I agree with you too. I'm like, I wouldn't want to move on from him in the sense that I think there's talent there, but I'm just like the fit. Like he's not a 10, and if we're gonna play with 10s and we're not gonna play with wingers,
He got hard on by men. He got hard on by men for sure.
No,
Yeah, he's.
I draw the line here. I don't defend number 49. Never did.
Oh, if
never
he
wanted
did,
to.
I wouldn't speak to him again.
I think half this panel would have.
What did we pay for
Actually, more than
Gittens
half,
again? What was he,
everyone.
50?
50 something?
It was a lot. We
55,
overpaid.
60.
We definitely overpaid.
Jesus
I think
Christ.
listen. I think
We'll
I
get
mean,
60 for him.
It depends on how. It depends on what offer. It depends on what
There's
offer we'll get.
no way in hell we're
This is Serie A, guys, man. We need to
Honestly,
get-
if we got 60 million for him, then we would need someone would need to investigate us.
I mean, we already
no,
should be getting
we just sold
investigated.
Delap for 50.
Who sold the lap, bro?
We should already
Yeah,
be-
we're getting
No,
60
but
million.
no.
I guarantee it.
Here's the thing that people don't realize about Delap though. Delap was only 30 million last year because he had a release clause. If Delap would have been
Yeah,
on the
but-
open market, he would have went for at least 50 last
that's a
year.
good point. That's a good point.
Yeah, but okay, did we watch Delap last season? He had more cards and goals.
Yeah, but the other thing.
No,
also
no,
is that-
no, CP. Chris, I'm not
Yeah.
saying that his value should have went up. Yeah, that's highway robbery. What I'm saying is that 30 million price point is misleading because it was a release clause.
No,
we all know
I
that there was
understand that,
competition with
but
like United and
Your
other.
value also drops surely when you poorly perform in the season.
Yeah, look, I agree. I'm just saying that 30
Whatever
million
could have been before.
is
Not for
is
Chelsea,
false
it
pretense.
doesn't. And I mean,
Yeah.
since we're already
Like
here, I
getting
might as
15
well,
million
I might as
for
well get
Delap
into this one
is
too.
I would never expect. I thought we could get like 30 to 35 for Delap. That's what I expected.
Yeah. But you're forgetting a couple of things. He's still English and he's still young.
and that's why I factored 30 to 35.
And he's not
He was-
ours,
he's-
so it
he's
doesn't
awful.
matter.
Yeah, I mean, on the Delap, since we're gonna be on this topic, why not? Because I do want to talk about the Delap thing. Nottingham Forest. What happened earlier this week? Nottingham Forest showed great interest in Delap. It happened overnight. We knew Everton were always in for him. Newcastle was rumored, but those links have kind of slowed down dramatically over the summer. Chelsea favored a permanent move. Then yesterday, Fabrizio Romano comes out. Chelsea could sign Nottingham Forest in the next hours. It will be a loan deal, according to Fabrizio, who ended up getting that one wrong. It is understood Nottingham Forest are trying for a loan deal initially, with an option to buy. And we get breaking from the Telegraph. Chelsea and Nottingham Forest reach an agreement circa £45 million for Liam Delap. Here we go. Fee around £45 million, confirmed by Fabrizio Romano. Medical booked, I think that was today. And said yes to the Forest project and Glasner. Liam Delap on his way to Nottingham Forest, set to receive £50 million in total, including add-ons for the striker. Agreement struck with Forest, who stepped up interest yesterday. 23-year-old Stamford Bridge, 23-year-old leaving Stamford Bridge after just over 12 months. And yeah, we do need to be investigated. I can't lie. This is the fact that we were able to make profit off of a player.
No, we don't. No, we don't.
So,
We need to investigate
what was
it.
Nottingham this dodgy business getting out of it?
Listen, I'm not gonna lie.
I don't
Somebody
know.
at Nottingham
No,
Forest.
No, I
no.
can actually answer this question.
There was definitely smoking some trees at Nottingham Forest, bro. They was smoking some
I
trees,
can
man.
answer this question. So Nottingham Forest actually doesn't have any spots to actually register anybody but an English player.
Oh shit! And
So-
they did need someone to.
Surely there's
I
no
honestly
players
don't know why they signed the Liam still. Like that's like I don't know why.
Is
they
Chris
did
Wood
that.
still their number one?
They have 4 strikers.
Nah, Igor Jesus.
Igor Thiago.
They have 4
Oh,
strikers,
yeah.
by the way.
Igor
They have
Jesus,
4
right.
strikers: Callum Moendo, Chris Wood, Igor Jesus,
Yeah.
Liam Delap.
Wow!
Man,
Wow!
you could put all of them together and you still wouldn't have João Pedro.
Also,
You wouldn't even have,
Not
bro.
even his pinky.
Wait, you
That is
wouldn't
the fact, my
you wouldn't
friend.
even have Nicholas Jackson, bro. That's dark,
also
man.
Marshall,
You might have Danny Welbeck. You might have Danny Welbeck.
Marshall,
You might get Danny Welbeck. Yeah.
Literally,
Go ahead,
literally
Surfer, go
English, like literally the English tax saved us so much on that. deal,
if
bro.
we're
That's
if you're
crazy.
saying we're to be investigated, then this whole transfer window needs investigating with the prices. All right. Second
Yeah,
of
true.
all, it's the seller's market.
It
Yeah,
really
the
is.
seller's market. We're gonna have to do it if we get money for Enzo. It's gonna be a seller's market because we're gonna have to overpay for someone.
Yep.
Stuff like that.
Mhm.
And third of all, these clubs don't have to pay those prices. They can
I
actually
know.
They
do.
don't.
Clubs like Forest should actually have a better scouting network, like Brentford, Brighton, and Bournemouth.
True.
do.
That's actually very.
Andrew,
true.
that's why I tell people on these
These
panels,
clubs survive.
why are you mad at me and my club for selling Liam Delap for 45? You should be mad at Nottingham Forest for picking up the phone and accepting the deal. Like, don't get mad at me when we sell you junk. You wanted that junk.
And you want to know the funny part about that, though, KG? Is a lot of them are Arsenal fans. Like, they don't come
I
to the
know.
shop every year. Like, they don't come to the shop every year, son. They're at the
Bro.
shop every year, and they're complaining
waiting.
about us making money. Bro,
Neto
you're part of it.
The money gun is ready for when Arsenal pick up our phone call. It is ready. Man
It's like,
United, Staffy, if you're still in the chat, when you call and you come to buy our trash, the money gun will be coming out. It is ready for you.
You know, people
I just-
complaining are the same people who buy a car off eBay and then complain about it when it don't work. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
bro.
Stuff like that. That's what they are. That's what they are.
Bro, Andrew, it's like going to the dealership, right? Say you go to the dealership and you want to buy like a mid-sized car, like a mid-range car, like a Toyota Camry.
Yeah.
And the
Mhm.
dealer and the seller, they want to say
Another
they say
Toyota Camry today, RSM.
right. They're gonna
Go
say they said they're gonna quote us 100,000 for a Toyota Camry. You know what smart people do? They turn the fuck around and they leave the car dealership and they say,
Yeah.
no, we're not paying 100 grand for a fucking Toyota Camry.
Marshall would.
No, I
Yo,
wouldn't,
this guy, bro.
No.
They paid 50
I may
million.
have
They paid
Go ahead.
50
Damn,
million.
there's like a Toyota
Forest
Camry.
paid
30 million for
Forest paid-
Mignon. But,
Forest paid 50 million from Sloth from Goonies, mixed with Brock Lesnar. That's what they just
oh
did.
my
Right?
days, bro.
Yeah. That's what
Hey,
they did.
I will tell you right now, if that motherfucker dares to score against us, I will fucking crash out. I will lose it if I see the ball hit the back of the net and that motherfucker
No,
starts
I
celebrating.
guarantee you, KJ, if he plays against us in both games, he'll get a yellow card at least in each game.
Yeah, I know. I
We
know.
could, wait, low
Bro,
key, we
I'm
could
not
probably
gonna lie
we
to
could
you.
rage bait him into a red.
I'm not
could
gonna
rage
lie
bait him
to you
into a red.
guys. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I made a lot of money on Liam Delap yellow cards last year, bro.
You know,
made
you
a
know,
lot of fucking money on that shit, bro.
you know who?
Every time he came on, I opened my app up. I was my previous was there. Liam Delap yellow card, just go right in there.
I'll be honest. You know who I'm gonna miss the most during this Nottingham Forest Chelsea game? Cucurella, man. Imagine Liam Delap pulling it.
Oh man,
That would have been great. You know what I'm saying? Instant red. Fuck, man. That would've been
Generational, man.
But this is the move he should have made last summer.
Yes,
right?
Correct.
The move you make, you go from Ipswich,
yeah.
and I don't care what anyone says. I like Wolfie, but Nottingham Forest is a middle of the road.
Yeah, bro.
Okay, that's what they are.
Maybe even like a spicy Everton. You know what I mean? David Moyes, learn your trade.
Yeah,
You could have got him over to Palace instead of Strand Larson.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey,
and you know what?
not our
I
problem
don't-
anymore,
I don't-
folks.
my-
True.
Not our
me
problem.
is- Thing about me is,
Not
I
at
don't
all.
care. I don't care.
Thanks for the bag.
I don't care if he does well at Forest because he didn't do well for me.
Exactly.
I don't care. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Exactly.
I don't think any Forest fan is happy with that move.
I mean, listen.
As soon as they
Oh,
got
yeah.
him, they crashed out of the fucking
I'll
Carabao
be
Cup.
honest. Like, listen, who the fuck cares?
know
if they
that.
have the
Leeds.
I didn't know that. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
Leeds.
Sorry, Ahmed. Sorry,
Like,
Ahmed.
Leeds.
wait, what do you say?
Fucking
Let's
Leeds.
keep it. Let's keep it real, bro. These guys probably get relegated, man. The way they're playing, man. Glasgow might be out in a few weeks again.
Yeah,
so,
for sure.
Say that.
You know,
He's not
listen,
wrong.
I said
I
to go
mean,
get
he
relegated.
really
I
isn't
got-
wrong.
No
I am
one,
so-
no
I am
one
so
on the
sorry.
preview show had Glasner being the first one to be sacked.
Listen,
Are you,
No
what,
one
what are you
did.
saying?
But I did say they were going to get relegated.
Same
Listen,
here.
I'm so. Listen,
Yeah, you do.
yeah.
You do.
I'm just sorry to say, man, it's over. Like, big up to him. Hopefully, he makes something out
Are
of his
you
career.
really sorry
and
to
that's
say
it.
it's over? Why are you
Yeah.
sorry to say
Not
it's
really, not really. You know, just
Yeah, exactly.
turn
I
on
mean,
it.
yeah.
Just
He
turn
was
on
the
it.
last nation when he first joined. So yeah,
You know, but
He was the lab. Oh my god, I remember the
Now
days
you're
in the hold up
dilapidating
in the
nation.
Discord watching the game.
Yup.
I'm like,
Yup.
bro, the
You're
lap
not
is
the-
trash.
You're not the only one.
Ahmed tells me you're not feeding
I
him
know the
enough.
files.
The
Yup,
men them
yup,
are starving the lap.
Yup.
I remember those days,
I remember
man.
these.
Even CP knows the
I remember
files.
those
I want to
days,
say
bro.
this. Me, Marshall, and Chris suffered week after week by this man
Suffered. That's the
gaslighting
right
us
word,
that he
man.
wasn't getting
I'm
enough
glad,
service.
I'm glad we have memory capacity
yeah,
for other people's bad
fucking
takes.
week.
That's all I'm happy
That's
about.
it, man.
That's it.
Yeah, but
No,
Marshall,
no,
you're
no,
in
no,
the
no,
files
no,
too, man.
Oh,
We're
Marshall
keeping
think
it
he's safe, bro.
consistent,
Marshall think he's
just
safe.
like-
I'm not into the lap
Yeah.
files. Not like that.
No, you are, man. You are.
No, I'm not.
I was in the
Yeah,
lap
because
files.
do you remember the
I thought he'd be much better
conversation?
than
Do you
he
remember the
was.
conversation?
I did too.
I listen. My thoughts on the lap were always
Jokeris
listen.
and the
30,
lap one.
my thoughts on the lap were 30 M's is worth the shot. We'll probably be able to sell for
Yeah.
profit even if he flops.
Correct.
Here we are.
I thought he'd be.
To be fair though, I never thought that he would cause me as much mental damage as
Yeah.
he did. I'm not gonna
I
lie.
didn't
Like,
think
he
he
was
was
ass,
that
but
bad.
wow,
I didn't
bro.
think he was
Wow.
that
Yeah, like wow. Wow.
Correct.
He's really bad.
I mean, he was as soon as we gave his number away, he was never going to stay here. As soon as
Oh,
you-
yeah,
as soon
for
as
sure.
you- As soon as you give someone's number away,
Yeah, he got hit
While
with, he got
they're- while they're
he got
still
hit with
here.
the Sterling, man. He got hit
while
with the
they're-
Sterling.
No, but while
He
they're
really
still
did,
here as
actually.
well, it's just like, no, you can't stay here. You can't stay here.
My God.
Yeah, you know what, man? Let's move on, man. Fuck the lap in a way, man. He's not.
Oh,
gonna
is this
score
your,
against us.
is this your stream? What is it
Yeah,
you
apparently
do?
it's
What
a
is it
stream.
your time?
I don't know what
Listen, I'm
Ahmed
sorry,
does,
Safa.
bro.
What else are you talking about? What have you got anything else to say,
Let
Safa?
him- let
Have
him
you
have the
got anything else to say,
conversations,
Safa?
You know
Have you got
what?
anything else to say, Safa?
Ahmed, I want you to
In
add
the
this to your
past hour and 15
vocabulary.
minutes, you contributed like 6 sentences.
Yes, because I
Start
told
the
you.
stream.
I told them already. I'm not gonna be involved in that nonsense. I'm not
No,
gonna.
He really wasn't. He really wasn't.
He said that before the
Yeah,
stream.
to be fair,
I am
Really
not
wasn't.
going
You
to.
guys go on.
He said that
back,
before the
bro.
stream. He did say that before the
Listen,
stream. He did
I
say
am
that.
Everyone
so
piled
sorry.
on me except for
Listen,
Ahmed. So you
Listen,
know.
I'm so
True
sorry.
friends. True friends.
Listen, I'm so sorry. I'm not gonna stoop to Marshall's level and start discussing
Ah,
Sanchez
alright, never mind.
versus
Take it
Emi
back.
Martinez.
Take it all
You know me?
back.
I have
Marshall,
some
we-
self-respect. Have some
Marshall,
self-respect
we-
for yourselves.
Marshall,
Come on, man.
Marshall,
Guys,
you know
who was the worst signing for Chelsea? Delap
Hey,
or
Ahmed,
Sanchez? I'm actually
Ahmed,
curious.
Ahmed,
Garnacho is the
We know
worst.
that.
Garnacho
Garnacho was worse.
Garnacho
Garnacho's
was
worse.
I'm asking
Garnacho's
Delap
worse
or
than all of them.
Sanchez. Who was the
What do you
worst
think,
signing?
Safa?
Delap or Sanchez?
Put your fist
Delap.
up, Ahmed. Put your fist up.
Sanchez.
What are you saying?
Yeah?
Come on.
Let's
We made
go.
money.
Let's
We
do
made
this.
money on the lap.
Let's do this.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
we make money on Sanchez over here, bro.
Sorry.
How
Bro,
much did we spend on Sanchez? How much?
20
money?
something
20,
mil?
right?
I mean,
20
I
something
looked it up
like
the
that.
other day.
Something like that. Something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah. And don't forget, man, we had 4 glorious
Ain't no,
years of
yo, if we make money
25
on
million
Sanchez,
pounds.
if we
25.
make money on Sanchez, we should
Bro.
be we should be investigated.
Yeah.
all
Thank you.
I'm
There
saying-
you go. That's
all I'm
and
saying
that's
is-
the truth, low key.
Oh, ew. Hold on. I just looked it up. 20 million pounds on initial payment for Brighton with 5 million add-ons. There's a sell-on clause on Sanchez.
Yeah, yeah,
Wait,
yeah.
really?
Delap's the better signing. Get the
Yeah.
fuck. We not
I
making.
can't believe
We
what I
not
just
making
heard,
that
bro.
money back.
Hey, all I'm saying is,
I
not
actually
making
genuinely
that money.
believe Chelsea could probably. How old is Sanchez? 27?
Nah,
Yeah.
28.
all I'm saying
28.
is, all I'm saying is
I believe we
Lampard.
can get like
28.
25.
All I'm saying is Lampard go to the Coventry board and be like, hey, do you want a prem proven goalkeeper?
Yeah.
Lampard, do something for me. Lampard,
Lance,
help me out one
yo,
last
Lance,
time.
Lance, you might
Lampard
be done in that
helped me out
job
one last time.
anyway, son. Like,
Marshall,
you might be done at that job anyways, bro. Do
Marshall,
do us a
question.
solid, man.
Yo, who puts a
When,
sell-on clause on Robert
when,
Sanchez? That's
On
crazy.
the third choice goalkeeper. On the
Hang on.
third choice
Two
goalkeeper.
different
Marshall.
conversations here.
When Sanchez was signed, what was the first sentence that Chelsea released? One of the first sentences that Chelsea released on the website when they signed. him.
We're sorry.
Tell us.
No,
tell
no.
us.
No one say anything.
I don't
Marshall, do you
know.
Okay. He's
Our
here to
bad.
compete with. He's here to compete with Kepa.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Where's Kepa at?
Already a loser. Already a loser.
Yeah.
Already a loser.
Marshall, this
That's
is the
crazy.
hill we're talking about.
I don't know how you remember all this. That's the craziest part, too.
Because I remember I remember when we signed shit players, and unfortunately over the last 4 years, it's been a whole ton of them.
When is his contract over, by the way?
I think he signed a 6 or 7, so it'd probably be 2030 or 2029.
Jesus Christ, man.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
I only thought he said a 5-year deal. I thought he was one of those ones that give the short.
No,
contract to.
because
Nope,
we were
I just
still,
read
we were
it.
still under
Signed
the
a 7-year
amortization,
contract.
Thing. Yeah.
7 years.
So he's got 3 years left on his contract, technically.
Jesus.
Yeah, you can get 25, 35.
What kind of wages is Sanchez on?
Probably not a lot.
Probably
100
Enough to-
probably, you say?
80 or 90, probably.
With that hairline, probably not enough. To be honest.
Well, I tell you why.
No, he did. It just didn't work.
I tell you why he needs those. I tell you why he needs those wages because he doesn't get any fucking clean sheet bonuses, so it's all good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the add-ons, the 5 million add-ons that we owe Brighton. I don't think we ever hit those add-ons, to be honest.
Yeah, I wonder if it's
God.
clean sheets. He has to get to 50 clean sheets in the league. Not gonna happen.
No, not gonna happen. I mean, since we were just talking about the lab, breaking news. This is the one of the few times that this is actually.
Is it breaking news right now or breaking news from 2 weeks ago? Like
No, it's actually breaking news right now. I'm actually changing. I'm Surfer. I'm changing the title as we speak. Because we potentially have a here we go for Mark Guiu.
Mark Guiu.
Yeah. Guiu. Hold
Oh,
on, I
another
gotta
one
check
of
it.
Marshall's. I mean, another one of Ahmed's boys. Cool.
Hey, don't disrespect Margu, man.
Oh, and Chris's.
It's
And Chris's.
working.
And Chris's. And Chris's.
Like, he didn't even
And
get that
that's
many
this.
minutes. He didn't even get that many minutes, and he
I
gave
get
it
it,
all
right,
every
I get it why
time.
Marshall- I get
For a
it why-
reason.
I
Hey,
get it
hey,
why,
no,
Ahmed's not
CP. You
speaking.
part of this too. You called him. What do you call him? Baby. What do you call him?
I
What
did
was
it.
it?
Exactly, you fraud.
Baby
Exactly
Villa?
what I thought you fraud. You couldn't
Baby
even-
Villa?
Raoul? Yeah, Baby Raoul. Yeah, you call him that.
guys,
You're
guys.
part of the gang. You're part of the gang here.
Guys, I just
What were you
figured
saying,
it out. I just
Surfer?
figured out why Ahmed's not speaking. All the players we mentioned were part of his nation, so he doesn't want us to remember that.
Every single
That's
one.
why Marshall.
I
Hey,
I've already said
you're a
Ahmed is an
coward.
awful
You're a
nation builder,
coward,
bro.
Ahmed.
It's all failed nations, man.
Ahmed, you're a
Failed
coward.
nation,
You're a
Ahmed.
coward, Ahmed. That's what you are.
Listen, I spoke about personally.
He's letting his
Oh,
men
God,
get slaughtered.
Jeff. God,
I was
Jeff.
talking about the previous topic, and I'll speak about this topic
Move
too.
on. Move on.
Marshall,
Move on. I don't
Marshall,
want to
can
this,
you do me a favor?
Move
Can the
on.
next
Move
segment
on.
be Gusto so he can be quiet about that too? Can we? Can we have the fourth?
To kind of catch us up to speed, last week we heard that Guiu is expected to leave on a permanent basis this summer, although a loan is not off the cards. According to Chelsea sources, the 20-year-old striker has interest in Premier League clubs, Champions League clubs. Chelsea want £25 million from Mark Guiu. Napoli showed interest from the Marzio. Then Other reports saying that Guiu is closing in on an exit from Chelsea. He is currently weighing up 3 options, with clubs in Italy, Spain, and Germany all interested in signing him either on loan or permanently. Napoli and Chelsea had first contacts with Guiu, and Napoli could buy him, and that was as of 5 days ago. Then we speed up a little bit more here. Mark Guiu is closing in on Chelsea exit. Napoli, one of the 3 clubs from Italy, Spain, Germany interested. The Serie A side want a permanent deal, with Chelsea valuing Guiu at £25 million. Loan options also on the table. Decision to be made soon. Then we got updates from DiMarzio. In the last few hours, Napoli are advancing for Mark Guiu. And then Nicola Shera with the last tweet here, potentially a Nicola Shera Bamba here. Agreement in principle for a contract until 2031, so a 5-year deal option between Mark Guiu and Napoli, which are now in talks with Chelsea to try to sign him. So permanent deal looks like for Mark Guiu.
Yeah.
What did we buy him for? 6, right? 6 million?
Yeah,
5.
If it's
€6 million.
Napoli, if it's Napoli, it has to be permanent because they've already got Badiashile on loan.
Yeah.
So it has to be permanent, right?
Yeah, it has to be permanent.
Second of all, everyone's talking about we should be investigated for what we got for Delap. If we get 25 million for this guy, I will jump on that bandwagon and say.
I think it was 30 million. That was the report.
Right. And third of all, if you're a Napoli fan, imagine this, right? Imagine that you go from having Kvaratskhelia, Osimhen, and then later Lukaku, and you end up with a broken down Kevin De Bruyne, Højlund, and Mark Guiu as your replacements.
Allegri will make him a man. That's it.
Allegri is a washed
Wait, let's point out who the manager is.
Bro, are we still doing Allegri prop?
Yes.
Allegri will make him a man.
Ahmed, are we actually still doing Allegri?
He's still doing it. He's still doing it, man.
Oh
He's still doing it.
my god, I've been fighting over this Allegri prop for 3 years.
In 2026, Joey, in 2026, we're doing Allegri prop.
It's big 2026, man.
Not 2015, not 2015, 2026, once again.
Crazy times. Also,
Allegri looks
Hey Blues, this is how to say my name, Mark Guiu.
Now,
the
Chris,
machine is working.
Now, Chris, your turn.
Mark Guiu.
Go punch a seagull, Chris, man.
Punch a seagull.
What? Punch a seagull?
Huh? What are the seagulls
What am I
do to
punching
you,
the poor
man?
animal for?
Yeah, what did Chris do, son?
There were people that actually.
That's the inside joke between me and Chris. Only he will understand why I said that.
Oh,
It's a very
okay.
inside joke.
Oh, okay.
Now I realize he's such a prick, man.
What's our
I love
like
inside jokes and
what's our bottom line number of like total sales right now? So not counting Enzo.
For
we have
not counting Guiu.
200 to 300, maybe? I don't know. Like,
It's
we're definitely over 300.
3 and some
yeah,
change right
300
now.
and something,
Yeah.
yeah.
And that's before the Enzo.
That's with what happened today.
We
That's
potentially
what
could make
today.
about, if we sell Enzo, 500.
So like Delap, that's including Delap and Jackson. We're a little over 300 because before that we were at like 210.
Yeah.
And now we just got like another $120 on top of that.
Do you know
And that's with 40 coming next year for Garnacho for the obligation. Potentially another 25 coming this
That's
year.
not including the loans fees for Badiashile and the
and
you know the funny thing about Jackson being sold? It's a low price of 47. People forget we got 15 million loan fees.
I know.
Yeah,
I know.
15 million.
And we only
It's literally
5 million.
It's nearly an $80 million deal total.
You pay that much.
$80 million
You pay that much for a loan player. You expect to buy him.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like that. That's the difference, right?
No, they made a fuck deal on that.
Yeah.
But they knew it when they did that. Because remember when they did that, Rummenigge was
They
like,
knew they weren't gonna. They knew they weren't gonna buy him.
we're not gonna
They were
sign
telling.
him.
They were saying to us they weren't gonna buy him.
Yeah,
bro.
I was like, yo, the motherfucker Jackson's plane hasn't even landed in Munich yet, and you're already saying you're not going to buy him.
Yeah.
Look at Surf and moving on the topic, yeah. Wow, look at you, Surf. And you accuse me.
I was going to say, how old is Mark Guiu?
I didn't back Mark
See,
Guiu.
like, I reckon 20 million is fair.
You know what I mean?
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll take
He's a better player than Delap.
One thing I will say about Jackson is that they need Aston Villa need Jackson, bro. Loki, they need him. They need Leao, Loki. They need the man.
They need a lot, man.
They don't need.
They need the man.
Armour just wants to see Leao at Aston Villa, that's all.
That's gonna be real. Listen, he's washed. Leao is actually just washed, but you know what? Just to
You
see
just said
him
they
in the
need
Premier
him.
League. Listen, just to see him in a week in, week out in a Villa kit would be fun. That's all I'm gonna say, man. You know what
Oh,
I
it
mean?
would be
I
So,
just
fun.
want to see your amusement.
Wait.
Aston Villa needs him.
Hey, that when that front three of Jackson, Leao, and Garnacho.
Oh, that's gonna hit.
That's gonna hit like crack cocaine.
hey, Bundy is gonna be crying, bro. He's passing.
By the way, there was some of us who actually put Aston Villa top 4. I just forgot who.
I did.
There you go. Hold that.
there you go.
Listen.
Another
Listen, what
L
I'm saying,
for
man. Listen, when it happens at the end of the season, you'll be.
What happens? Them playing like
Emery is gonna become a Hall of Famer if he does that.
Emery's not going to be there at the end of the season.
Emery does that generally. We've got to give him like a banner. We have to get Emery like a banner, bro. He's done nothing.
With Leon Goretzka and Ross Barkley in midfield feeding that trio up top. That team is going to finish in top 4.
And a washed Grealish. Oh yeah, hell yeah, let's go, man. Let's go.
There's more chance of Unai Emery leaving Ahmed than him Villa actually finishing top 4.
Listen, man, we believe, man.
He's weak.
Yeah,
There's no way.
That is stinky.
So where did you have us, Ahmed? Where did you have
I had a
us?
second.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. And to give credit to Ahmed, he had like United in 8th or whatever the fuck. It's crazy. But hey, you know, it's not crazy. I like the logic.
No, because he's been
City also 7th, so.
I see your game, Ahmed. I see your game. You've been a Santos hater for a minute. I see your game. I see your game. Huh? You think I like me and you streamed for literally nearly every day for a year, bro, and like 5 days a week for a year. You don't think I'm gonna recognize your stupidities? Like straight up, you don't think I'm gonna recognize your stupidity?
So later in the season, Ahmed, when all of a sudden you have a hatred for whole city, I think I'll understand why. If a certain loan happens, you know what I'm saying, Ahmed?
Listen, the Sugo is washed, mate. Let's give it up, bro. I tell you that for free.
Yo,
the Sugo is not good enough for this club right now.
How can he be washed
Right
if he
now.
was never actually good?
I don't care, man. Use whatever language you
wait.
Captain, leader, legend, bro. Killing my whole dreams here.
KG, if you didn't know, a certain person in this panel had their group chat, their freaking Discord name after him. Don't want to name names, Marshall. Anyways, that's
my idolo, bro, my idolo. Baby Caicedo, look.
Please don't disrespect Caicedo, man.
Guys like Marshall are why we lose love for the sport, man.
You better
To be honest, though, it's guys like Jackson that makes us lose love for the striker position.
Yeah.
Which moves me over to this.
Bro, the way the
guy
fan base
right
is standing for him, like, oh, I think we should keep him as a backup 10.
Bro,
option.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. Matisse has been embarrassing, bro.
Oh, so bad.
So,
A lot of them have, man. Chess has been on that bullshit fuckboy. Jackson is a good backup option. Bro, you have a 65 million pound striker who can't do striker things. Just fucking get rid of him and move on.
So
But
we're very
it's
close
even
to
simpler- it's even
100
simpler.
likes, by the way. I just want to point that out because hey, we're over 150 you guys watching. Smash up the likes, and there's no mobile version of the stream. It's just the regular stream. So if you just got here, like up the stream. Very helpful of you guys for the algorithm. As you can see, a lot of people here because of you guys previously
all
hitting
these
that like button.
decisions, all these decisions that are being made about players leaving, it's very simple. It's Xabi Alonso's decision.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah. So why everyone should just say that to these people?
Well done, Javi, for doing
Andrew, not only that, Jackson doesn't want to fucking be here. He
I
didn't
said
want to
this.
compete. He didn't want to compete last year for the starting spot. He fucked off to Germany when he would have played last year. There was a lot of time.
Lane don't turn
He
back.
could have contributed last year, but he fucked off. He doesn't want to compete. He definitely doesn't want to compete now. But people are like, yeah, let's have him. We know how this motherfucker sulks. Like you can look at his body language. When he's not the number one option and he's not the first person off the bench, like he wasn't in the Club World Cup when we brought in João Pedro and he snatched his chain. When we brought in Delap and Delap played over him, that motherfucker was sulking, picking up stupid red cards, and just doing typical Jackson BS.
Basically, he was a bitch.
Ahmed, people are like, we don't want Enzo because Enzo doesn't want to be here. Well, what about this motherfucker Jackson just wanted out?
You know what the argument about? I'm gonna play slight devil's advocate because even me to an extent, yeah. if the possibility of you, let's say you lose Neto, for example, right? You obviously, let's say Enzo goes. We'll discuss that probably a little bit later, right? But then, let's say, for example, one of those attackers gets injured, right? I think their argument would probably be like, you probably want a guy that can fit in there quite seamlessly and has EPL experience. That's probably the argument that they would make.
Yeah, we just bought my younger brother, fucking Danny Welbeck, another unk.
Fair enough.
That's what he's there for,
brother,
right?
Fair enough.
Then we got
My younger brother is crazy.
Then we got Esteval who can play there. We got Quenda who played some minutes there. Meanwhile, you can also Xabi Alonso experimented with Welbeck in the 9.
All right, man.
Jao Pedro in the 10.
Remember, I call him all the time. Look at his jersey, bro.
Stop it, bro.
Oh,
nah.
Listen, that's all I have to say. If I speak, if I start speaking, it's like
It had to be that. It had to be that one
It
team,
had to
bro.
be that, bro. It had to be that one team, bro.
Yeah. Hey, just want everyone to know, he supported Enzo Fernandez, and everything's connecting now. Everything is clicking. If you know about the Boston Celtics, everything makes sense now.
The Enzo baby picture after the fiasco.
Yo, it's so crazy, bro. I
He's
can't
jokes for
believe
that.
he still
He's
did
jokes for
that,
that, bro. He's jokes for that, bro. That was literally like that was almost like an Always Sunny bit, bro. Like his homie gets caught up. He posts a pic of his homie with the black baby. Like, come on, bro.
RSF, and remember that same season.
Shout out Always Sunny.
He's fighting for
Fucking
Africa. Just
fantastic
want
show.
everyone to know. He said he was fighting for Africa that same season. Just want everyone to know.
Yeah, I remember. We're killing ourselves for Africa,
I know
man.
Don't Owe Me Cause next podcast, yeah. He's hitting a little glass of the present.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Goodbye, Johnson.
Nah, he's popping champagne. He's popping that dom right there.
Yeah.
Put him right. He's popping that dom.
Yeah.
Just to really quickly touch on the topic too, the reason Julian Alvarez was on your screen, ladies and gents, if you're watching, is because Atletico Madrid want to make a move for Jackson as well. But I think a lot of it's going to be dependent if they can get Alvarez off the books.
They wanted him on loan, Marshall, though. That's the thing.
And they wanted him on loan, yeah.
Yeah, and like, listen,
But now
I'm
that
sorry,
if
bro.
they do sell Alvarez, which I don't think is going to happen, they could go.
They
for
wanted
permanent.
him on
basically-
loan with us covering his wages.
Yeah.
Please, we don't
Yeah,
speak
true.
with broke bitches. Thank
The
you.
thing is,
Money
is
only.
He's going
Atletico-
to Villa. He's going to Villa. It's done.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, he's going to
100%
Villa, it's done.
The thing
Especially
about
now that
Atletico-
Ali Watkins is done now. By the
Yeah,
way,
exactly.
Yeah. The thing of Athletic with the Alvarez stuff is that they're clearly trying to force him to move to the Arsenal. I don't know how much Arsenal is like guaranteeing them in terms of a fee.
Bro,
Wait,
wait, Ahmed, did you see? Wait, first of all, let me play his clip because I'm gonna talk about him. I gotta play his clip. Where is this? Oh, here we go. Did you see this guy?
Tic tac. Tic tac.
What did he say?
He apparently came out and said his sources told him that Alvarez got a call from Arteta and he didn't want to pick up.
Yeah, he did say that.
He let it ring.
He did say that.
He let it go to voicemail. He said. He said he let that shit go to voicemail.
I hate Spanish media, bro. I hate Spanish media, bro. These guys
Bro,
are-
there is jokes, bro.
Nah, they're funny.
And
they're funny.
I hate the fact that Indicalia is normalizing like Spanish media shit in the UK space. We need to stop it, man.
I don't pay attention to that account anymore.
Have you ever?
Okay, put the fries in the bag, you mean?
Yeah,
Yeah,
ever since
that guy.
there was a tweet about when Bruno Guimaraes we just heard something about they put the phone down on him. You know, stuff like that. You know, rubbish. It's rubbish. Our sources, we can't release it because we would. Why not? Why can't you release it? We don't even know who the fuck you are. You know what I mean? Just tell us the news. You know what I mean? Why can't you release it? You know, bullshit.
On the Jackson thing, this is here we go soon, right? It's not official. This is I think he did this last year too. I don't remember the here we go soon gimmick. 65 million pound package, plus what Surfer said earlier, right? The 50 million pounds that we got, or 50 million euros we got from the Bayern loan. Like we're making substantial amount of money off of Jackson.
behind, by the way, because it got confirmed.
It did get confirmed. Yeah, because this is the confirmation pretty much. David Orsi saying Aston Villa strike agreement with Chelsea to sign Nicholas Jackson deal for a 25-year-old striker worth £47.5 million plus £17.5 million in add-ons for a maximum package of £65 million. Personal terms in process of being finalized ahead of the Senegal international move.
That is. I wonder what the add-ons are.
Goals, assists,
Yeah,
performances,
appearances, you know how it is.
trophies, making Europe, stuff like that.
Exactly, yeah.
Because that's,
Yeah,
that's a
100%.
chunky one. That's not 5 mil. Not even 10,
Yeah,
that's
you're right.
17.
No, it's right.
Yeah.
17.5.
It's a
Understandable.
really good listen, I've said it from the beginning. I said it since last season. Chris can attest. I think some of you guys in the panel can attest too. I always said you can get a good amount of money for Nicholas Jackson. It's not a bad play. Like, yes, his finishing is dog shit. Sure, we all agree on that. But everything else, he's serviceable. He's very good at a lot of other things. I just prefer João Pedro. Also, Lurafix, thank you so much for the 65 Sekiro. South Korea. I don't know what the currency is, but whatever it is, thank you. Sanchez 24-20. I'm bringing up Sanchez, bro. Here we go. All right, Sanchez 24-25. His best Chelsea season. 10 error led to shots, 5 goals, 5 to goals, and 2 to big chances. Martinez 6 to shots, 1 to goal. Yeah, I'm taking Martinez.
Yeah,
I'm happy for your Lurfix.
Yeah,
That's what that is.
Thank
It's
you for the
Kroner.
stats.
Kroner. Swedish Kroner. Yo, big up. Big up, Sweden.
Big up.
What that is, Marshall. Yeah. What that is you have been told by the Swedes. All right, that's what you've been told by the Swedes, and then Kroner.
Yeah.
The guys need to give up, man. The guys need to give up, man.
Yeah.
I think Marshall's got the message now. I think
Hey,
Marshall's
shut
got the
up,
message.
Ahmed, man. Jesus Christ.
I'm getting tired,
Marshall
man.
being
I'm tired of this.
He's
defense lawyer
getting
for
tired for
Sanchez,
Marshall.
and you're a defense lawyer for Marshall. I mean, if
I think he's worried about the topic derailing back into Sanchez.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But I've said from the get-go with Nicholas Jackson, people laughed at me like there is a really good player there. I just, you know what? This goes back to what the KG was originally pointing out, and I don't necessarily disagree. Like, it's a toss-up, right? Are you gonna rely on potentially an injury-prone Omega, or are you gonna bring Jackson into the squad as a rotational piece? But he doesn't want to be rotational. He said it clear. He wants to play regular minutes. So I understand why Jackson wants to leave, right? And Senegalese
He's
international.
every right to do so. And we're in less games this season.
Especially after the World Cup, to be honest. I mean, Sarr took his chain.
I'm sure if we had Champions League, you might think differently. But we don't. So
maybe it's a good thing why we didn't get Champions League then.
No. Yes,
I don't
Chris,
know about
it's
that.
a good thing.
Yeah. But listen, the thing
Chris,
is, like,
have you had special vitamins tonight or something? You're very hostile tonight. I'm not.
No.
You're right.
It's a bit warm, but no.
I don't even know what that means. I don't even know what it means, what you just said then.
it's
There's no
warm
link to
temperature.
what I
It's getting
just
to his
said.
head. It's getting to his
I don't
head.
know what it means.
But I don't disagree with the notion of keeping Jackson as a backup instead of a mega. But I understand from Jackson's point of view, he wants to go and get regular minutes.
Yeah.
Omega, we'll have to see. Omega is the unknown entity.
Yeah.
I can tell you right now, he's good at finishing. He's better at finishing than Jackson, likely. But for a lot of people, yeah, Omega's an
But
unknown
Marshall, why do
entity.
you say Omega's the backup? It's Welbeck. Why Omega's third choice? Why are we acting? What?
I don't think Omega's third choice.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
He's definitely.
You guys think he's third choice?
Yes.
100%.
Yes, that's
Yeah,
why
for
we
sure,
kept him
yeah.
mentioning backup. I'm not
Really?
Until that brother can stay fit, he's third choice, bro.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Because we didn't see him at all in the preseason. Like not one.
We just heard, all we did was hear through the grapevine that behind closed doors he was
He
scoring
scored.
goals, and as soon as the first televised game went up, it was over.
I mean,
He was ducking.
Ahmed scores goals behind closed doors. You know, like what are we doing here, folks?
Yeah. I never
Ahmed's
thought.
got 0.0.
Like I want to see.
Listen, Ahmed is a bit busy going through a side gates at Cobham, if you know what I'm talking about, man.
know, right?
You know.
Look at him. Look at him.
That's insane.
That's crazy.
That's an insane comment on our side.
That's so crazy.
I want to see Omega tomorrow.
And hey,
I don't want to
Ahmed,
be seeing
Ahmed,
Omega. I don't want to see
Ahmed,
Omega.
guess who's throwing you under the bus with those sound bites? The guy you were trying to be a defense lawyer for. I just want to.
Listen, man.
No, I want to see
Marshall-
Omega
Marshall
tomorrow.
gets- Listen,
I wanna see
handle
Barco.
Marshall every day. It's not. I don't need to handle him on stream. There we go.
No, I mean it's probably gonna be, the two young guys, Esvak and then the 10 and Welbeck. Like that's my prediction.
They better perform,
Yeah.
innit?
I mean, yeah.
I'm
it's
surprised
Williams
you
time,
guys are
Or a
saying
swap.
that
Or a
Welbeck's
swap.
the backup. I
Yeah.
feel like Welbeck would be comfortable being a third
Bro.
choice and just
No,
experience.
No, I don't know. The thing is, hold up. I think Welbeck would be, But the fact that Omega is injured and hasn't played, he's third choice now.
Well, he's fit now, but when he's fit,
he's not fit. He's not even match sharp, bro.
No, he's fit. They said he's ready.
Yeah, he hasn't played a single match. That's what I'm saying. He's third choice right now.
There's a few reasons why Xabi Alonso said yes to bringing Danny Welbeck in. One of them was obviously experience, have around the squad. But I think if we're 1-0 down or we're drawing, I think he'd prefer to bring him on than Omega.
Like what? Like, do people forget that Welbeck scored like 13 goals last year in the league, and he wasn't the out and out starter.
Yeah, it's off the bench, man. He did it limited minutes.
He has a record for third most goals as a sub in Prem history.
In the Prem history,
yeah.
I bet you a lot of those goals are versus us.
That's actually pretty impressive.
And more importantly,
there's been scored later on in the
importantly,
week.
we played Brighton on Sunday, and he's not in their team to regularly come for.
And he can't score. Andrew, if he comes on and scores an own goal, then we know. Then we know it's Agent Welbeck.
It's done. If he does it, it's done.
Yeah.
I'm
is
surprised
anyone?
that you don't think that he's second choice, though.
Can we?
Is anyone of the camp that we should have kept Jackson?
No. Not for that money. No.
Not the way we're.
Not for the. Yeah, that's the key piece for me.
Yeah,
for the money that we sold him for, like I'm calm. Like I wasn't like I prefer if we were capable of loaning Gittens and keeping Jackson to play him as a backup. But for the money that we got, I'm not gonna play. I'm definitely not gonna play.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I mean, speaking on the money, I might as well bring up the other big money guy that we're trying to move on, and we're hearing, hey, a bid's coming.
Oh, fuck that.
I don't think a bid's coming, guys.
Tic tac.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
Tic tac.
I'm just saying, like, hey, time's a ticking. It better be a really, really hefty fee if you're gonna debilitate us next season. But yeah, so rumor has it Enzo Fernandez, apparently 130, 140 million pound bid is incoming, according to some sources. So let's actually read up into it and let me catch you guys up to speed for those of you listening. So Alonso suggests Enzo Fernandez may be playing as a deeper lying midfield. I just want to point this out in terms of what we expect from Enzo Fernandez this season if he were to stay at Chelsea. Coming from not starting too high, starting from build-up position, a playmaker. I think that when he's with the ball, he has the qualities to link the shot, the short passes, but the long ones as well. He's able to see short and further players, and there can be progress. And I agree with him. I like deep lying player Enzo, but we'll see if it works under Xabi Alonso. It didn't work under Poch. Justin, Camavinga apparently also, according to Ben Jacobs, is an option for Chelsea to replace Enzo if he leaves.
What was the date on that one, Marshall?
That one was 2 days ago.
2 days? Oh, wow.
Yeah, 2 days ago. So relatively fresh links here. Yesterday, we heard apparently, too, that Chelsea are preparing to go back for Alex Scott as Enzo Fernandez moves closer to Man City. Bournemouth have shut it down. Any interest, but there's a belief that a bid of 80 million pounds plus, probably closer to 90 million pounds, might bring consideration, according to Miguel Delaney. I don't agree. A short list of options for midfielders in the case that Enzo Fernandez does leave: Alex Scott and Camavinga, which you just spoke about. In addition to that, Adam Wharton and Manu Kone are on that list, according to Ben Jacobs. And apparently, according to Gasandul, take it with a pinch of salt, not an A-tier source by any means, but Man City apparently are preparing a huge bid between 130 to 140 million pounds for Enzo Fernandez. The bid will arrive today or tomorrow. It is tomorrow, and I have not heard of a bid yet.
It's August the 27th, mate. You liar. You liar.
So maybe it wasn't true. Maybe it wasn't true. But I would entertain that amount of money. I'm not gonna lie. But wait, before you go on, I'm really close. I'm really close here to finishing this segment. Enzo Fernandez is given a green light to City as he wants to move and rejoin Maresca. Don't know why. That's they're in the decline. We're on the upside. We'll see. And apparently, according to Kieran Gill, Man City are preparing an opening offer of 100 million pounds. I mean, what are we doing? We already told you 125 million minimum.
Listen,
Go ahead,
these guys are absolutely trying to take the piss. And I'll be honest with you, yeah, it's the 27th of August. I said this yesterday, I think on Twitter, for some reason I decided to tweet. If I didn't receive a bid by the end of it today, which was today technically for me, then I'm not trying to negotiate anymore, man. I'm not trying to negotiate. It's too
Especially
late
if they
now,
start with
man.
100 M's.
No, like I'm gonna be honest, bro. If they
Nah,
say
you're taking a piss. That ass.
Yeah,
They're just that ass taking a piss at this.
yeah, bro, I'm not even joking. Put the phone down and just put them on block. You know, on on some of the old FIFAs, yeah, on FIFA 17 in particular, I remember this, yeah. If you start hitting them like once or twice, yeah, they will block you for the whole transfer.
Bro, the Saeed video, like where he lowballed the wages.
Yeah. Trying to get Mbappe.
He's like, where are you going? Wait.
Yeah, and you can't like talk to them for like a month or something. Yeah.
The only way, in my personal opinion, yeah, this happens, yeah, is unless something's happened behind the scenes where both sides have negotiated the deal now, and we are just trying to finish. And we're
moving quiet in the background already.
Yes, that's it. That's it. That is the only way I see this happen. Otherwise,
that's the only thing that I'm okay with us selling him, but we better have a fucking backup plan lined up. And it better not go to the last day of the window. It better be here we go, Enzo Fernandez, but 140 to 150 to Man City, and then here we go, Alex Scott 85, whatever, Adam Morton 120, whoever. That shit better be boom, boom.
And sorry. Last thing is like with the disrespect part. Like these men think like they're trying to little brother us because of the whole Maresca situation. like legit, it's pissing me the fuck off now. Like
I understand.
You know the price. We gave you the fucking deadline. Your fans were saying we don't care about the deadline, and it looks like you're saying that our deadline means jack shit. You can fuck off. You know the price. Pay it, or we're keeping him. Yeah. You've sold all your midfielders, so you're going to be even more desperate than we are because we're fine with keeping him or selling him. You guys literally let go of Rodri, Gonzalez.
4 days left, right?
All you have,
6.
Yeah, you got rid of Reinders too. All you have is Buwadi right now and a fucking Anderson, which is like a B-Tech version of Rice.
And Kovacic.
Let me ask you guys a question. I got 2 questions for the panel. The first one is, if this is the beginning of the window, day 1 of the window, and City offered up 100 mil straight up, would you have taken it then?
Nope.
No.
I already said around
110.
110. Before the Elliot Anderson deal, I would have said 110 to 120.
110, 120. Yep.
110.
Forest always wanted over 100 million for Anderson. They always wanted over 100 million, so no.
Bro, they were talking about over 100 million since like January of this year, bro. Like literally,
and Enzo's been doing it a lot longer on the field, and his name, and World Cup. Well, of course, he's won. He's been back-to-back finals.
Bro, he's a better player, and he's accomplished more in this league and in his international career than Elliot Anderson.
But once the Martinez Fernandez price was 85 million. Yeah, that changed it.
Changes it.
I'll be honest with you, the Tonali one. When I tell Tonali who doesn't get goals, doesn't get assists, is not creative, is not a 6.
I do like Tonali though. He's a solid.
When he went for 100, I said, yeah, run me 130, run me 140 for Enzo.
Tonali's a bomb.
Especially if he goes in the league. If he goes in the league,
so the goals and assists don't always.
Yeah, you're right, KG.
I'd sell him. I'd take a little bit of a hit like for 120 if he went to Madrid. I get it. It's Madrid. It's not in the league. He can't. We don't have to see.
Yeah, if he got out of the league, I'd be more willing to sell him for 100.
But he's going to City.
If he was going to like, let's say beginning of summer, Madrid hit us with like 100 plus 10, I'd take it.
Yeah.
I still wouldn't, but
I would take it.
About?
I just
it's also no, I was gonna say like the Tonali one, but Mateus Fernandez went for 18 million, and he's
I like
been
Fernandez.
to relegation.
Fernandez is a decent player. Tonali's not it, bro.
Yeah.
I would prefer Tonali, but like they're very similar prices, and if I was gonna pick one, I would have picked Tonali because he's more experienced.
I mean, the number one was.
I don't feel like a value of a player to relegation.
Agreed. I think everybody felt that way though.
Yeah.
My thing was though, like, and I say this again. We're not hearing anything. The club clearly is moving on. The only thing I will give credit to the club, they're doing their own transfer business, moving along, chugging along, getting there.
No, the club's been a G.
They're not letting this. They're not letting this. They're not letting this deal stop them from doing everything else.
Yeah.
And the one thing I will also
in previous windows that did happen.
The one thing I will also be I'll also give the club credit for is that listen, I feel like if they try to, if the sale of Enzo happens, the one thing I will give them credit for at least is that I know they will try to at least get a replacement in. You know what I mean? Or like of a good amount of talent.
I'm hoping this, and probably already said by the way. If they sanction this deal, they better have one already lined up, ready to go.
No, I don't think they. No,
I don't think you get the Enzo here we go before you get the Chelsea replacement here we go. It's that simple.
Yeah. I don't even know.
Same way today. By the way, same way today. You got the Ollie Watkins. Here we go, and now you're gonna get the Jackson one.
Yeah,
later.
I don't think it's that RSM necessarily like it's one before the other. I just don't think it happens at all if it doesn't if they don't have to replace.
It
has like period. Like period. If there's not the replacement's not there and it's not done, then it's not happening.
Yeah, we can't be sitting there on September 2nd. We're dicking around, but with 140 million and nothing to spend on. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
100%. Especially how light we left the midfield, right? Like the midfield was arguably our strongest option.
With Enzo, we're like, even with Enzo, we are like, we need another mid. I think we need another midfield.
I think so too.
Yeah,
I do too.
I agree. I'm just like, I think we're overestimating how many players have to play in one game a week, and also like
Enzo Caicedo never, we played multiple games this season. Enzo Caicedo never got injured.
I think the idea is to give Lavia his last chance. Like I really do. I do really think that, and it's not. And I love Lavia.
I agree, CP.
Most of us like, understand Lavia's qualities.
Yeah.
And understand what his deficiency is in his health. But I think with one game a week, if we had one player outside of, if we have one, it's Lavia, X, and Caicedo with Jordan Henderson playing rubbish minutes. I just don't see it being an issue, especially with Barca being around.
My only counter to that, devil's advocate, real quick, Andrew, is that the two players that we're kind of relying on for numbers in that position, Lavia often injured, and then Reece James often injured in a pinch too. So I'm saying I get it from a standpoint of like a number standpoint, we're probably good.
But are they always injured at the same time?
No, I mean, well,
you know what I mean. Like in the end, it's like all right, like we're gonna see Reece James in midfield on top of it, right?
Yeah.
But we're like, if we consider all the options, it's 6 for 2 positions.
I know.
Like we don't need another body. That's not the answer in this.
Yeah,
case.
I think
if we were to move on from Barco, like say Barco guy alone
or Sugo.
Sugo needs to go regardless.
Yeah.
Okay, he needs to go regardless because I even forgot to add him in that 6 number. Like that's 7,
right, Marshall?
Like he needs to go. So like Sugo and Barco would have to go for us to even think about getting another midfielder, which I just don't see happening.
But also, it makes sense if the Lavia theory is correct. It probably makes sense that we're leaning more towards Scott than a Wharton type.
I also, on to Surfer's point.
By the way, once again, Scott is a Xabi Alonso pick. Make sure we are all on the same page here.
That's been reported.
Is Xabi Alonso what? A player?
So Xabi Alonso pick.
He picked. Yeah. The more and more the window starts to dwindle, the less and less I think Wharton is going to happen this window.
Yeah,
if it were to even happen.
Wharton's not happening in my opinion.
It's not happening. It's closed.
So many teams are looking at Crystal Palace and trying to, like, Sarr got linked today. John Philip Mateta, they're working a deal with him. He wants to leave low key. And then
he tried to appeal to FIFA to get out of there.
So
he said, who's the most corrupt organization that I can appeal to get out of my contract? And he said it's either. He said,
my boy Infantino.
He said it's either my boy Infantino or Trump. So he's gonna hit up Trump next and be like, "Yo, Trump, I need you to pull some strings so I can get out of Crystal Palace."
And you know what happened, KG? They went, "Oh, you're French. That's under UEFA. They're not backing me."
Yeah.
The second question I wanted to ask you guys, and I think I know the answer because I don't think you guys, especially Ahmed, I don't think you guys give a fuck about profit necessarily. Last hour of the transfer window, Man City put down £140 million bid. Pound bid for Enzo Fernandez, but you don't have a backup.
No. Kiss my ass.
You're never gonna get that offer ever.
I don't give a fuck. Kiss my ass.
Okay.
Unless
Kiss
it's
my
one,
ass.
unless it's 180, I'll take it. Anything less than 180, 190, fuck
No,
off.
I would say 220 at deadline
God
day.
damn!
No, I don't want to let him go on deadline day because
Marshall,
we're like,
you need to
what have we
remember
got
the
afterwards?
There's 1 hour left. No
The
thank you.
first rule, man, of it's badge over players, bro. The badge needs to be respected there. You can't.
Yeah, but the badge
let
needs,
the
you know,
players-
some
You
of
know, we
that.
let
You
the
know
players
what I'm
do
saying?
the
It has to be a
Badge needs
super
a little-
unrealistic price. Them to reach that.
No, the answer's still no. He can
next-
sit
next year
He
we-
can sit the fucking bench. He can sit on the
Yeah.
fucking bench for the next fucking
Yeah.
month for all I give a shit.
Yeah.
Marshall, the
Like,
badge is
I don't give a
make
fuck.
already over £400 million.
Yeah,
No.
they're making a lot
Yeah.
of money.
No,
I'm just
I mean,
saying.
We
I
can
think-
upgrade the
I
greedy.
think-
Next
Ahmed,
season,
we
when
can
the UEFA
Ahmed, we
sanctions
can
hit
upgrade the
us.
badge with 200
Well,
million.
I don't think Enzo's
There
going
we
to put on
go.
a strop
There
if he
we
doesn't
go.
get to go to Man City this season anyway.
I'm just
I'll be
saying,
honest with
boys.
you.
Like-
If he oh,
Next
I'm
season,
sorry,
we
go
can
ahead.
tell UEFA to just fuck off.
The
'cause we
thing
made
is
the
also,
money.
Marshall, the other thing you have to remember, Marshall, right now,
Show the receipts.
City's depth here is getting
Yeah.
cooked. I don't know what's
Yo,
going
they're
on. at that
also
club.
getting stripped apart too.
I don't know what is going on with them.
They only have two
Then let's keep stripping
Who did they just get
parts.
linked with today, Ahmed?
Eliminating DI. Because I linked to them in DI.
No, no.
That-
Who was another one linked away from City?
It was Grealish just today that got linked to right
Grealish.
Got linked today, yeah.
Now
Oh,
Grealish
yeah.
about to leave. Like that's crazy.
Like,
Yeah,
I
but
look
he
at
should
the-
he should be gone.
He
though.
should
He
be
should
gone.
be gone.
No, but
He should
when
be-
you look at the team is getting scrawnier and scrawnier, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. They need like City's at the point where they just need bodies.
Yeah.
Like they just don't
Yeah.
have the
They've been
depth. Like,
adding a
they
few
have
bodies in midfield.
they have literally
They've
like
been selling too,
three.
Chris.
They have two
Yeah, I
or
know.
three like senior wingers. Semenyo, Doku, who's currently hurt, even though it's not a serious one, and then Uncle Jack
Foden?
Grealish.
What about Foden? He's there.
And no backup striker.
Foden's not really a winger.
Yeah, yeah.
We don't know what
Bro,
Foden is anymore, man.
he's trying to play Turkey as a flipping winger. I saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think.
No, it's
I
like-
think-
In the preseason, he was playing 8 and Nori out in the wing.
Yeah.
And you got Mark Gahey playing CDM position, and they just lost a backup striker. They don't have a backup striker for Holland because Marmoush.
They just
Yeah.
never have a backup striker.
But I'll be honest with you though, like getting the same thing with Enzo, right? Like if a deal comes in that's so above Enzo's value, then you have to take it. Just like that 85 million for Savio, bro, take that any day of the week, twice on Sundays.
Take it
Because
and
that
run.
dude, I know he scored today, but that guy is
I still have to get a replacement though.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
can't be,
absolutely.
It can't be last minute. Like you give us
Absolutely.
140 and then we can't get a replacement.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
nah,
absolutely.
that shit
Absolutely.
ain't gonna happen with me.
I'll be honest with you though. I
Fuck,
think
kick rocks.
I don't think he fixes anything at City. I think
No.
I think the same problems he causes us, where it's a balance problem in the midfield, because City's going to play with a double pivot because
Yeah.
they're going to have Cherky or Foden in the 10.
Well,
ahead of
the off the ball presence between Holland, him, and Cherky all on the field at the same time.
Bro, you
just
can't.
cause so many problems.
if you have a Cherky in your team, like Foden will do the closing down, but the problem with Foden is that he's ass right now. But Cherky is that guy in attack, so you can carry.
You have to carry him defensively. with
Yeah,
off
carry
the
him
ball
defensively, and he's worth carrying
But
defensively.
KJ
But for that, you need two runners in the midfield.
Yeah.
And the one guy that they just got in Anderson, Anderson's he's good off the ball. And Buati's pretty decent off the ball, but Buati's also 18 coming into a big boy league.
So what are you doing with Enzo then?
That's what I'm saying. You put Enzo in that midfield, and,
my
and
thing,
you run
my
through
thing
it.
is though, bro, is like, you don't think he's gonna want to go to Spain after this, anyways?
Oh, of course.
Oh, probably,
It's very,
yeah.
it's very
Like,
possible, guys.
it's like eventuality is he's gonna
Yeah.
want to be in Spain.
But
Like,
bro, we have
also-
the
you're just-
perfect.
Simple, though, KG.
you're renting him, in my opinion. You're spending
Yeah.
140 and renting him. Like,
That's what we're saying though. For 130, 140, it's not a problem anymore. So they can
yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
But we're
No, I mean, if they give us the money and time, if they give us some the money and time for us to get our deal. But here's the thing: it's like I think the way that it's probably set up at this current moment is like they're probably going to say to like Bournemouth, like, listen, it's gonna be if it comes, 90's probably coming to the table.
But
90, 95, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
90,
gonna do-
95's probably coming to the table. So find someone.
yeah.
but
So
I'm
find
gonna
someone.
do.
Find
You know,
someone else.
Bournemouth will
I'm
sell
gonna
at the
do-
right price.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
that's
do
what I'm
Surfer's
saying.
favorite thing here, but like and Joey, I'm gonna ask you first, and then
Don't
obviously
you
the panel.
dare. Don't
You're gonna troll.
don't you dare
Based
be
off
devil's
of
advocate.
preseason and the first game, where Enzo Fernandez didn't necessarily start, barring the last preseason game, which is Sociedad. Do you feel like even if we don't get a backup and we still get that bid, we could still have a decent season without Enzo, or even a backup to Enzo?
No.
All right, I see where you're coming from, but I guess my big thing is I don't want to rely on Henderson at all, and that just comes into potentially having to rely on Henderson.
A lot of pressure on
That,
Caicedo.
because he goes into being
Fair
like
enough.
our fourth midfielder, and like if Moy gets injured and we're relying on Reese and Lavia, who are also injury prone, like
Screwed.
it just can't happen. It just can't happen. But I've been like if you've seen me on my channel talk about this, like Scott isn't who I would want. Like I would even I love Adam Morton. I rate Adam Morton to the fullest. But if with this
Precious DLP.
with the way that we're playing right now, I'll probably take like a Kone.
That's you could probably get a Kone.
Like
And a Scott.
that's how I would address it.
He's so injury prone with Conor. That's the problem.
That's how I would address it. Because like
Yeah.
I don't necessarily like I don't think I necessarily just watching them. I don't necessarily need this like outrageously athletic individual in that position. Nor do I need like a guy who's really doing like breaking lines at a tremendous rate. I just need someone who's steady in everything.
Yeah.
Like I need someone who can kind of do a little bit of everything
Yeah.
and who is press resistant. So like in that sense, Manu Kone is literally perfect in that scenario.
Yeah, bro.
And, like,
I would love Skelly, even though I know Arsenal probably wouldn't sell to us.
Yeah,
but somebody like Skelly who's athletic, who's strong, who's good in the first phase, who's press resistant, and is going to get.
Here's my problem. I don't necessarily believe any of these players are going to start over a healthy Lavia.
Yeah.
Like I just truly don't. Like regardless. Like Enzo's the only one because he has a little bit more to his game. Just like a little bit more to his game that he brings a different dimension specifically on switching sides of the fields a lot of the times. What people don't give him credit for is he's always willing to switch the field. Like, and we don't do like when we do that, we're more dangerous in the break. It just creates its own breaks. So
especially with wingbacks too, with wingbacks hugging the width. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm like, I'd love Wharton, but then I'm also scared because no one ever puts in a bid for Wharton. Everyone loves Wharton.
It's the off the ball stuff, KG. It's all
Yeah.
the off the ball stuff. If you look at the off the ball numbers for Wharton, it's like not necessarily like his tackling and his defensive. It's how much ground he covers. You're not like you're taking a kind of big risk on that.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
And that's I'm gonna be honest. That's why it took so long for Cunha to get his big move, because it's the same situation. It's like, do you take the risk with this player's level and cover his deficiencies of being as bad as he is off the ball?
You gotta carry him. I hear you. I was always on the board of get Kone and go out and get somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
You can.
I mean, you could. But the thing is like I would just get Kone until January.
Yeah, I'm
That's
fine
how
with that.
I would address it.
Somebody
and then you can get a head start on whoever the fuck you want at that point.
Yeah, Kone's got. He doesn't do any he doesn't have any standout excellent traits, but he's good at everything, and he's
exactly
athletic.
Just need a well-rounded player in that.
He's
That's what I'm looking for.
And he's of a good age too, so he's gonna be able to come right in and not it's not gonna get to him. Mm-hmm. He's been in pressurized situations this summer in the World Cup. It's just a no-brainer for me. He's just a steady midfielder.
Yeah, and he does well, and he does really well in everything. So it's that's the other thing for me is if we don't want to play Caicedo, just say we don't want to play Caicedo, I think he's a adequate enough player to play behind Caicedo, and you could play Reese, Lavia, Barco next to him, whoever you want. You know what I mean? You can play whoever you want next to him because he will sit. He can sit. Mm-hmm. And he can actually do defensive stuff that we would ask of him.
Yeah. I think the biggest, deficiency with going the rest of the season without Enzo, although, could be possible is the reliability on Lavia. And that's what makes a lot of people really nervous.
Yeah.
And that's why we're talking about all these other players. Listen, I'm not opposed to Conan, not opposed to Wharton. Scott hasn't really impressed me too much, but there might be, you know, at the end of the day, like, maybe he doesn't look good on the eye, but there's stats that really back up why we should go for him.
How was
His
the
ball carrying? His ball carrying and press resistance. See, the press resistance numbers are like at the top of the list. Everybody in the Premier League, literally everyone in the Premier League, he has like the top press resistance numbers, and his ball carrying numbers are good enough. And he raised his level of duels last season. Like the amount of duels he was winning was at like such a higher number than what it was in previous seasons because he was deeper in the pitch, obviously. So it just kind of showed his IQ and his development in this recent season that Iriola's transitioned this guy who was an 8-10 player to like a box-to-box 6.
I can see why watching him. You can see why watching him why Alonso wants him. You can see why. Yeah, it's not a sexy name. That's what
I'll be honest with you. Like, I'm just not as familiar with Alex, even though I thought like this is gonna sound weird because I've watched a shit ton of Bournemouth games over the last 2 years because they've had fantastic players, right? When Semenyo was there, Krupi, Evan Nielsen, Ryan, Clivert. Like they've been entertaining to watch, even though they got to get all those draws. But then I've never really, apart from like that Arsenal game last year where he was fantastic. Like I've never been like coming away from a Bournemouth game saying, "Oh, Alex Scott is a fucking."
You know what it is, KG? It's the games that I really noticed it because I've watched like a few clips of games where it's not like the big games he plays like against like you talk about the Arsenal game, he was good in that. I'm talking about games like at home to Sunderland and stuff like that, which are not televised as much.
He does really well in like tight areas. Like overall, KG, like he just does like it's just natural to him. Like him moving around in tight areas, it's just very natural to him.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to watch
that. And he wants to
like I watched him all season because I had a big bet on Krupi this year. Like the beginning of the year, I made a big bet on Krupi. Yeah. So like I was watching.
You were on the Krupi hype train. Yeah, everybody.
Yeah, I know. I take credit for it. Don't worry, I do take credit.
Yeah, you're right though.
Physical, competent. If that's the case, then that's a fantastic player.
So like when I watched him specifically, like when you watch like how they build up, especially because a lot of teams press them. Like a lot of teams are willing to press Bournemouth. They're willing to play football with Bournemouth. Like. Literally, almost the entire league tried to just play football with Bournemouth this year. So, like that's why they ended up having a lot of success because Iriola is very good at like making in-game adjustments to create chances for for players.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little surprised no one has spoken about the Camavinga one though. We talk about
because he didn't. Because no, there's a reason for that too. He's gone out of his way to say I don't want to leave Madrid because Jose's came out and said, "Bro, you can go."
And the third point,
they've tried to move him.
Yeah,
like they've actually tried to move him.
And the third point, he's not that fucking good.
Wow,
he's injury prone.
He's stagnant.
When he came from Rennes, because I was a big Camavinga fan when he was at Rennes. Because we were linked with him, right? Just him and like Chouameni a little bit. But he was much more advanced. Now that he's gone to Madrid, he's regressed. He doesn't have a position.
Really?
He's been playing left back sometimes.
Well, that's what I mean. He's playing left
sometimes
back,
he plays the 10, sometimes he plays the 6. Like he's just he hasn't like that Madrid move it came way too early for him.
Too soon.
And he's on over 250k a week.
Yeah.
Damn.
Like I'm not even a big
We're not playing nowhere near that if he can.
And so far, like I can't lie, like I have to fully trust Xavi because everything, knock on wood, so far that he signed off on, we're impressed with, right? Palestra, we're impressed with. He signed off on Lacroix. We got Danny Welbeck as a backup option. That's decent for me. We can say whatever about Henderson. As long as he doesn't play and gets leadership, I don't mind it, right?
What do you mean gets leadership? Captain?
CP, it sounds so funny when you sign a player and you say, as long as this player doesn't actually play, we're good.
Okay, fuck it. Okay, this is what the state of our club is. Fuck it. I can't say much. We've heard good things about him, but he hasn't played for us. He hasn't played for us that much yet compared to Palestra. So
Let's see on him.
Well, if whoever we've gone for, like CP says, Xavi has wanted, right?
Yeah,
How long
and
did
he's
we-
gotten. And he's
How
gotten.
long did we spend on trying to get that Chavaria bloke?
Oh, I know.
Almost a
Like,
month.
Wow.
And
Almost
it's
a
like,
window.
it wasn't like a big price in the end, was it? 16
Yeah.
million
No.
pounds?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure,
I
that's
thought he
very
was
cheap.
decent when he came on the other day versus Fulham.
Well,
I thought
yeah,
defensively
he
he
was
was
alright.
very
But
good.
what I'm saying is, and this Martinez deal come out of nowhere, right? It's not as
Yeah.
if we've been
That's the
tracking
one
him
thing,
for like months or something like that. Do you know what I mean? So, and he
Yeah.
wanted well. He wanted well back in Henderson. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
And
All right,
he
fellas, I
wanted
gotta head out of here.
the
Big
rest
up, big up, big up.
Yeah, I
Big up,
gotta
big
probably get out of here
Yeah.
too.
Big up, guys. Big ups.
Yeah.
Take care.
But the other thing to mention too, I mean, since Surfer brought it up, I gotta say, and I don't know how much of a hand Xabi Alonso has in this. I'm sure he does have a big hand. Is some of these outgoings and some of the loans have been very impressive. And the one I want to speak of more prominently is this one, the Mamadou Sarr one. So Mamadou Sarr is now out on loan to Real Sociedad. A few things happened before that move got solidified. Just to catch us up here, so Bobby Vincent came out about a week ago saying that Sarr and Anselmino are both expected to head out on a season-long loan deals. Anselmino has been available for loan, but could stay now, according to Simon Johnson last week. Real Sociedad, Nazar Cancelo reporting that Mamadou's want Mamadou Sarr on loan. Al Hilal looking into a permanent deal for the Chelsea defender. There's also further clubs in the Premier League, Europa League, and Champions League considering a move. Chelsea have decided to put Mamadou Sarr on the market for permanent transfer. Mamadou Sarr is ambitious and won't join just any project, according to Sasha Tavaleri. Santi JFM then saying that Real Sociedad want Mamadou Sarr on loan. Al Hilal also interested. The Athletic reporting that Chelsea defender Mamadou Sarr is set to join Real Sociedad on a season-long loan. 20-year-old defender is one of several Chelsea center backs who have been deemed surplus to requirements this summer. And then here we go, obviously, from Fabrizio pretty much solidifying it that there is going to be a loan for Mamadou Sarr over to Real Sociedad. I think this is a brilliant loan. I genuinely do. It's a pretty serious team in a much more serious league in La Liga than Serie A or Saudi. It's a loan, and we could potentially see what Mamadou Sarr we get when he comes back, because I don't know about the rest of you guys in chat. I don't know about the rest of you guys on the panel. Also, big up you guys in chat for almost getting us to 100. We're only 7 likes away, so smash up the like if you haven't done so already. I think this player has potential to be a really good player for Chelsea and potentially fighting for a starting place as a center back.
Is that just a gut feeling, or?
I'm doing it based off of what I've seen. Like, yes, last season, the PSG situation, I think Rosinha made the big mistake of throwing someone so young into such a big and crucial situation like that.
Chelsea, he came through halfway through the season, right?
When he played against, what was it, Hull, I think? We played them in the FA Cup? Or
yeah,
was
he looked
it...
good. In the FA
He
Cup
looked good,
yeah.
you know? And
but then I remember us saying we should play him against Arsenal because our centre backs are awful, and we felt like he needed a chance, but he didn't really get that chance. So I haven't seen enough of him to say, "Oh, he's gonna make it at Chelsea or this, that, other." I don't know. Like it's hard to say. Yeah, he's young, so he's got years ahead, and loaning him out makes sense because he could become like a gem and like one of those centre backs to actually compete with obviously Lacroix, Colwill. Potentially Reece James.
He starts for Senegal. You know, he was in the World Cup. Like, he was
a
a starter for the AFCON.
Chelsea, I would say right now, like, we have good centre backs. Lacroix is a good centre back. Colwill, before his injury at least, anyway, was a good centre back. And Reece James as well, who can play the right centre back, probably do that fine because he can go forward pretty good, like how Lacroix did anyway. But yeah, happy for him he's getting a loan because he was never going to get used this season, I don't think. Not really.
It's a good loan. It's a good loan. Real Sociedad, like, it's a serious team that are going to compete for... Are they in Europe? I'm sure they're in Europe. Real Sociedad.
I'll be honest, I don't know.
I don't keep track of La Liga. I know. But as far as last season goes, okay, thanks, table. It didn't work. Still didn't work. Okay,
top 7?
Thanks. Was it top 7?
Aye.
Where did they finish? Real Sociedad. Where is it? Is this the right 26, 27 live standings? For some reason, Google doesn't want to work. So, thanks.
He's in a good league to be loaned at anyway, regardless if he's in Europe or not. So that'd be good.
Real Sociedad finished 10th in La Liga. Damn.
Oh,
damn. That's not good.
He's gone 10th to 10th, eh? Chelsea.
Fuck. God damn. But yeah, listen, I like the move from Mamadou Sarr. Listen, one of the things that I criticized heavily last season and previous seasons with the directors was a lot of these really bad loan moves for a lot of our players that we want to potentially introduce to the first team or whatever, give a future to or whatnot. We put them out in these horrible loans and then expect them to do well when they're out in these horrible loans or get play time. I think Mamadou Sarr will do brilliantly at Real Sociedad. It's definitely going to be something that I'm going to keep a little bit of a closer eye on from time to time whenever I get a chance to watch some La Liga games. I'll be on the lookout for Real Sociedad games. But yeah, Mamadou Sarr getting a loan to Real Sociedad. Good for him. Good for him. The other thing I wanted to bring up, and this will probably be the last thing I bring up for
I'm about to head out.
Today's show. Big up, Chris, if you got to head out. Is I guess we'll just do a little bit of an update on Pedro Neto. So Pedro Neto looking like too much of a price tag for Al Hilal, but I think it's a very justifiable price tag. First tweet here from Ben Jacobs a few days ago. Al Hilal had no breakthrough in talks with Chelsea over Pedro Neto due to his valuation close to £100 million. Al Hilal then, as a result, talks to Gabriel Martinelli. I think this is done or almost done. They're ready to pay close to £50 million. Almost done. Martinelli open to Saudi. Are Arsenal willing to sell? Martinelli has already been told AFC he wants to move. Or AFC already told him they want to move him on. Pedro Neto could yet leave Chelsea this summer. So it's likely he could potentially leave. He's not off the chopping block. We could still make a decent amount of chunk of money off of him. And listen, 100 mil or close to 100 mil for Pedro Neto, considering Yan Diomande went for how much? Near 100 mil?
Not even that. It's Savinho going for 75.
Savinho going to 75, who is absolutely horrible. Like, if he's going for 75, I want more for Pedro Neto, who, as much as I lambast Pedro Neto, as much as I don't like him for Chelsea, he's a workhorse. He comes back and defends. He can get you GNA, even though the GNA dried up last season. He could potentially get it. He's got a nice cross on him.
You know what we were saying about, like, you put the question across if Man City did big bid on the last day of the season and we didn't get a replacement, would you want it? And everyone, including myself, was like, no, obvious. I think it's different with Neto.
100%.
I think if it got to the last day of the season and someone put in a 75, 80 million pound bid, let's say Liverpool, right? They put in a bid.
Sure.
Yeah? I think we would take it and we wouldn't get a replacement. Now, some people might think that's still wrong. I just don't think we would, because if Gittens doesn't go, right? You still got Gittens, still got Quinn, still got Rogers who play. Esteban can play on the left as well sometimes, you know, and stuff like that. But I just think we're more than happy to take that without looking to bring anyone else in, so to speak. You know, so
yeah, there's a lot. There's more depth in that position, but even then, like, you got, like you said, you have Esteval, you have Kenda that can play there. Now that Neto's being more used as a wing back, potentially, well, we'll see what happens with Malagusto. But not that I prefer Malagusto in that position, but he can play that position. Like all the players you mentioned, pretty much. So there's versatility in that. And as far as I'm aware, a little bit of reliability too. I mean, Neto didn't get hurt, which was shocking to me when he came into the team, when he came from Wolves. The fact that he's been mostly fit, because he was so injury prone back at Wolves. Yeah. But most of our players too are like relatively fit in that position. I mean, Kenda just came back from a bad injury. outside of him, Esteval, you would imagine, stays fit. Palmer, for the most part, didn't have injury issues until last season. He's usually fit. Gusto's usually ready to go.
I don't think anyone will come in for it. I think they don't think he's worth that, which is insane when you look at what other wingers are going for.
130 million for Barcola. Give me a break. He's worth 100 or close to 100.
75 million for Savinho.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, what we're doing here, I mean, Neto's got many faults, but he got, at least stats-wise, he got 20 G&A last year. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
exactly. And I think he will do okay in the wing-back role. I didn't like his reaction to Reece on Monday when he told him to shush. I didn't like that at all. That's not a good attitude to have to your captain and stuff like that. But if he's to stay, I prefer him as a left wing-back option than a right wing-back option, because he always wants to cut back on his left foot. And I think when you've got wing-backs, they need to be on whatever side, naturally footed on that side, because you can get away with it with opposite-footed wingers. You can get away with it in attack like that, but wing-backs, I don't think you can get away with that whatsoever. So,
I muted myself. Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
On the Reece James thing, my initial reaction was exactly like yours, and reasonably so. But upon a little bit of further investigation, it seems that it was never anything serious, because later on, when Neto makes that shot that went side netting, goes right back to Reece and gives him a high five and moves it along. I don't
know the timeline of that shot
It looked bad. Don't get me wrong, it looked bad, but it looks more of like, hey, Reece, it was more of a not a shush, don't talk to me kind of thing. It was more of a, don't worry, Reece, I got it. I'm tracking back.
Okay.
So, yeah, listen, I'm paying closer attention to Neto too, because I'm never that big of a fan of his attitude. We'll see how it works this season too, when he's being, played less, because he's got to compete with Quenda, Palestra, and that's the thing too. Part of the reason I want Neto to find a move away is because I don't want to see Palestra in a left wing back role, just to help Neto on that right wing back role. I want to see Palestra play in his strongest position, which is right wing back.
Yes, I agree.
So when he's fit and ready to go, so that's my 2 cents on it.
If he does stay, it is another option for another 10 or another winger anyway, right? Or
and at the end of the day, it's Xabi Alonso's call. I think Xabi Alonso is more than happy to keep him.
Yeah, I agree.
Which I'm okay with. Like, again, I think with me, the biggest thing was last season, just the same repetitious pattern and not doing enough, and this stupid thing that he does. It's just, I don't know. Sometimes he could just be so wasteful and just always wants to pass it back.
You can tell,
but maybe it's just a system thing.
You can tell by the lack of reports or how quickly sources are shut down of players that other clubs are linked to. Like, remember the João Pedro thing? First hint of Barcelona were going to come in for him. Nope.
Yep.
Know what I mean?
We immediately shut it down.
Where it's like Neto and Enzo, it's never shut down.
Mm-hmm.
Even the manager today in the press conference didn't shut it down for either of them. Do you know what I mean? He didn't shut it down. He didn't go, he's definitely our player. Like, if that was the difference, if he was talking about Caicedo, he'd shut that down right there and then. He said it. Or if he was talking about Rodgers or Palmer or Esteval, even Quinda, you probably remember. We've not even heard anything like people like inquiring to take Quinda on loan. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So he obviously wants to use him. I remember Quinda can do the wing back role as well on occasions. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah. So we have options, and listen, I'm all for getting the money, especially if it's close to 90 million pounds and stuff. The more money, the better for next season, at least, because I know next season, if we're back in Europe, we're gonna be, that lingering, oh, watch your FFP and all that stuff. I don't want that to be an excuse that these owners use for not doing
I don't
well.
doubt that if he's kept this summer and he hasn't got a lot of game time by January, that he goes out on loan for the second half of the season.
January, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we just go, okay, second half of the season, but we haven't got like big injuries and stuff like that. Yeah, okay, second half of the season, go out on loan, see what your worth is, and then we sell him next summer. Do you know what I mean? Because you still have like what, four years left in his contract.
There's a good chunk left on his contract.
Yeah, something like that. So
yeah, but all right, chat. Well, big up to every single one of you. This is the end of the show. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and obviously, if you want to see me get cooked for the Sanchez debate, I'll timestamp that there.
It's the only thing you and I disagree about at all.
Yeah, I mean
there is.
I was never this bad for Ziyech.
No, but
that's Ziyech I defended a lot too.
There's no middle ground on this subject for Argentina. You know what I mean? There's no meeting in the middle. There's no negotiations. There's no peace summit. Something like that. There's nothing. It's like I'm here, you're here, like that. Magnets.
Yes, this is where it's polarizing for me to speak on it. But hey, listen, at the end of the day, if Dibu Martinez comes in, I'll back it. Listen, I like Dibu Martinez. It wasn't actually that long ago, funny enough, and Surfer might remember this. I mentioned Dibu Martinez when we were talking about the keeper situation, and you told me no. But this was like 3 seasons ago where I mentioned it. Now that I think he's on a decline, I'm not as inclined to get him in. But you know what? Sanchez has plagued this team, and it's just, oh man, just to have a keeper as good as Courtois or Czech again.
It's just time.
And listen, the time is for Penders to step up, in my opinion. I really want to see him have a really good.
I agree with you. If
tomorrow,
yeah, but I'd agree with you. But if the Martinez news hadn't dropped, I agree with you. That just drop Penders in like that.
Yeah,
give him the shot. I've seen enough of Sanchez. Yeah, he's too young. Let's sink or swim time. 22 years old. You know what I mean? Czech was 22 when he started with us, and it's not as if he was coming from like Real Madrid or something like that. He was coming from like Rennes in France. At that time, Rennes were they're a tiny club now, but they were a tiny club back then. You know what I mean? So it's not as if like and he hadn't played a single minute in Europe or Premier League. Do you know what I mean? We didn't know about it whatsoever. We didn't have. There was no social media back then. We could do proper background, or there was no Sofa Score or Y Scout. We could do like background checks on the players or something.
No.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So let's see. It's make or break season for a lot of people this season. And all of it be timestamped and discussed, guys. So go ahead and go back and check out that content over there. But big up to every single one of you. One more like. If we can get one more like, chat, we're at 100, and I'd be more than happy. That's the highest we've hit in a very long time. So big up to you guys. Now, before we head out, as per usual, guys, like I said, be sure to hit the like. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. It helps us out tremendously with channel growth. Also, we just hit 100 likes, so big up to you, chat. You guys are golden. There you go. We hit the 100 likes. So I appreciate it, chat. Thank you so much. It's gonna help us dramatically in the YouTube window. No, the YouTube algorithm. I need the transfer window to end, man. This is too much going on with the transfers and stuff, and the amount of sales and stuff that Chelsea are doing is. It's hard to keep up at some point. It really is.
Discombobulating.
It is discombobulating. And you know who I forgot to talk about? And I never got to talk about him. Guys, at some point, I'll bring up the Sapaev. I never talked about Sapaev. Here we go.
Oh, yeah.
But no big deal. You guys know about that. He's at Burnley. He had his debut today, I think. So good for him.
Yeah, he did.
But in regards to... Say that one more time, Surfer.
Did they go out?
Oh, I think Burnley may have been eliminated. I'm not entirely sure. Let me just Burnley. 0-0 in full time. They lost in penalties to Bradford City, so that's unfortunate for Burnley. It is what it is. Appreciate it, B Steve. But yeah, everyone else, like I said, smash the like, subscribe to the channel, check out the links in the description. If you're watching this in the future, hype up the video, leave a comment down below. Let us know your thoughts. Let us know your thoughts on Sanchez. How about that one? Does anyone out there even see what I'm seeing? Besides Matisse and Don, all right? Besides those two guys, does anyone else see what I'm seeing when it comes to Robert Sanchez? But other than that, leave a comment down below, all that stuff. Members, there's 4 different tiers of memberships. You guys can join in. First tier is only 99p, which is not too shabby. You get some stickers, emojis, some other perks, some sneak preview on some videos before they release. Right now, I have the my London vlog, the one that took forever to make, and I'm really sorry, chat. It took forever to make. It will drop before or during the international break, but if you're a member right now, you can watch it immediately right now and check out what I saw when I was in London last year. Maybe we'll do it again this year, right? But yeah, be sure to check out the memberships. There's different types of perks and benefits from becoming a member, and one of them is for this second tier and higher, so the proper casual and higher tier members. Big up to you guys. You get a shout out at the end of every show, and that's going to go out to A. Soliman, Adrian, and EE. Big up to you guys as always for the support. Now we're going to raid out to Flawless, who's still live, so go ahead, show some love, support, smash a like on his video, subscribe to his channel, and we'll catch you guys again tomorrow for watch along and the reaction to the result tomorrow. So we'll be here again on Casually FC. Hit the bell notification so you're notified whenever we go live, and as always, stay casual.
Good night, guys. Pajita and sleep.
Jerk off.
Oh, but he didn't sleep. Yeah, and sleep.